in a way, and no, I'm gonna stand strong as a woman.
Oh my God, bro, get me the freak up out of here. Get me the freak up.
Well, Kite, would you like to tell the people how you feel? No? No? Okay.
Hey, what's cracking, YouTube? It's your boy KiteZz here with my lovely wife. It's just Alex.
Y'all never tell me when you about to start.
Hey, man. Well, she don't tell us when she about to drop. So you know
Seasons?
what?
We doing seasons now?
Boy, we had just got done recording the Simon episode. And y'all go watch that after y'all watch this. But we had just got done recording. We was about to go grocery shopping and chill for the rest of the day. And Arlette said, psych, I'm dropping. So here we are. We not wasting no time. We not doing no intros and all that because we got stuff to do. Dang, Arlette.
Behind the scenes. Respect. Shameless plug. Shameless plug.
We got energy, man.
Uh-huh. Uh-huh. Uh-huh.
Hey.
I'm excited, bro.
I know you are.
Oh, no.
Oh, no. Okay.
Oh, she look good. Oh.
Humble Hood. Okay. Yes, sir. Ishmael, the GOAT.
No, we know what you are.
We know what you are. Oh, my dog. Okay, the guy. Oh, we know what you are too. But no, she was cool. TERRANCE! I don't know who that is.
I can't remember.
Okay.
You know what you did.
You know what you did dropping at this time. You couldn't do no regular time
Hello
slot.
everyone and welcome back to my channel. It's your host Arlette and we are here today with our very first season 1 Pop the Balloon or Find Love reunion.
Oh, I can't answer no text messages. Y'all gonna have to be on the sidelines real quick.
We got a lot of juicy topics to hit. I know y'all are ready. We are gonna go ahead and bring out someone who is near and dear to my heart, my own husband, the producer of the show.
She dropping the husband reveal so y'all can stop thirsting after her, you heathens. Oh, he talk?
Welcome to the very first reunion of Pop the Balloon and Find Love with Arlette Amuli. Now this season has been a great one. I just wanted to say a few things before we started. First of all, I want to say thank you to Jesus Christ.
Yes, sir.
For blessing us with everything. Thank you, God, for giving us the courage to keep going, to keep doing what we're doing. We praise your name every single day.
Amen.
Amen.
Now I want to thank my beautiful, beautiful wife, Arlette. She has done a phenomenal job. She has been absolutely amazing. She surprises me every day, and she's just great at what she does. As you can see, the way that she presents the show, the way that she asks questions, and the way that she's in the middle, she's never taking any sides. She is absolutely wonderful.
She is a great host.
Mother to our beautiful daughter, Nyla.
Ooh!
Hi, Mama, if you see us. And I just cannot ask for anything more from her. She's just delivering the show fantastically.
But I can't let you flex too hard about your wife without flexing my wife. So shout out to Alex for always doing my stuff. You feel me? Shout out for her correcting me and leading the channel in the way it should go, for doing the thumbnails. You feel me? Add some energy. I can't let people brag about their wives without bragging about my wife, because my wife better glaze me.
I'm pretty sure everyone that's watching at home sees the type of talent that she has and how much people follow her because of her great hosting skills. So I want to give a round of applause for her because she's done an absolutely amazing job. Next, I want to thank everyone that's came on the show. So everyone that's came on the show, even the people that's not here, all the contestants that came on the show to come to the studio with the cameras, facing people that you never met, being put on the spot, it's not an easy thing. So I want to say thank you to everyone for coming here, trying to find love on Pop the Balloon and find love with Arlette Amuli. It has been a great experience for a lot of you, and I know that some people have found love, and of the ones that haven't, we will always try again. But you will find love one day, for sure.
Yep.
Next, I want to say thank you to my team, my production team,
Yep.
everyone here that sets up the studio. I want to thank Dan for helping us set up for the studio and the lighting. Everything that we do here is hard work, you know, from the recruiting.
Yes, sir. Y'all be working hard.
To the editing, and you know, it's something that is not easy to do. But the fact that we have a formula now. We now know what goes where and how we do stuff. So it's amazing to see the team growing as it's growing. So I want to thank you to my whole
Episode 1 till now is a big difference.
Yeah.
Good job.
They did that.
Next up, I want to say thank you to everyone that reacts to our videos, even if it's on Twitch, YouTube, Instagram, TikTok, wherever. Thank you. We see you, and we definitely appreciate your time and effort. So thank you. And I also want to say thank you to everybody that watches the show.
Yep.
Everybody that comments.
Thank y'all for people that watch our show too.
That goes and, you know, talks to people about the show. People will be messaging us that they have conversations about the show, you know, when they're eating dinner or, you know, when they just, their friends come over. So it's amazing to see that the people that are following us, you know, are tuned in to our episodes. So thank you all so much for watching this show.
And we also got to say, while he's thanking them, we do got to thank our channel specifically has to thank them as well.
Yeah.
Because they are the content that finally got us monetized. Our first reactions to Pop the Balloon are the things that blew up. We had our first 1 million views on a video from their reacting to their content. So it's just, we're thankful. And we also thank everybody that stuck around from when we were just 1,000 subscribers to now. And we're going to keep moving forward by the grace of God.
Yeah. Whenever we have time, we always try to like reach out to Arlette and her team and reach out to her husband and just show appreciation and gratitude because, you know, at the end of the day, you give respect where respect is due. Right. You know? Shout out to T also. T Pendel. Shout out to everybody we've reacted to your content. Shout out to you.
And we are very grateful for your time that you put in to support our show. So thank you for all the support. Let's have a round of applause for the people. Now, obviously, we've seen that the channel has gone over 100,000 subscribers.
Yes, sir. Get that play button.
And YouTube did send us our plaque. So
hey! That's every YouTuber's like, bro.
Yes, sir. I'm trying to be like y'all. We trying to get that plaque too, man.
Hey.
Bro.
Yes, sir.
Let me say something. Let me tell y'all. The plaque, getting the plaque, it's not about the money. Like when you do YouTube, like people do YouTube because they want to be creatives, because they want to share their creative spark that they have at that time in their life. And if you really pay attention to how people create these videos, all the time and effort that they put into thumbnails, editing, it's a two-man show over here. He edits, I do thumbnails, we record together, we do descriptions, all that kind of stuff together. But receiving a plaque it's a finalization of all your hard work. Like that's the milestone that most YouTubers want to get to. Is just 100K. That's it. Now, if you get anything more than that, by the grace of God, hey, we're not gonna complain about it.
All right. Well, thank you so much for those amazing words to my wonderful husband. Let's go ahead and give it up for him one more time. And just to go ahead and show you guys how amazing season 1 went, here's a little recap.
Oh, not the recap.
Respect. I just want a man with a higher vocabulary, which you don't have.
First, you're short, and I'm a tall girl. I like 6 foot and up. 2, I don't do dreads.
If you were to go ahead and take her out on a date, well, where would you take her? What would be
Don't do it.
To be honest, either like a rooftop. I'm big on like sunset type of view.
Y'all, you dog.
So I seen it and I was like, she not gonna take my coconut oil regimen seriously.
My coconut oil regimen.
Jessica had a good
hat
glow
really
up.
throw me off, the Willy Wonka.
The Willy Wonka thing.
Yeah, she came with a different hat this
I
time.
like the I like the dreads, the two that's showing right
Okay,
here.
well,
That's
the
nice.
back of your head is ridiculous, sir. It's kind of flat. If
I
you
mean,
want to talk about
I'll be honest.
Okay, so Sarji, as we saw on the show, you were telling our very own Terrence that he's not your type. There was a few other reasons of what you listed, but Electrician was the one that stuck to a lot of people.
Okay, because that's what he is.
Right. So let's go ahead and take a look at the clip and let's see how that situation went down.
First, you're short, and I'm a tall girl. I like 6 foot and up.
Okay.
2, I don't do dreads. And then you're electrician. I'm thinking about like businessman, doctor, lawyer, because I'm trying to like find a man who could provide for my kids and provide for me. You know what I'm saying?
Well, no, I definitely wouldn't talk to you though. No,
It's okay.
Yeah.
So just the attitude.
Yeah, and she's not that cute either. So.
Oh,
not cute either. Okay.
Okay. All right.
Oh, damn. Hey, I forgot that part. Like, hold on.
So Sarji, just to follow up, how's dating so far going? Have you found that doctor or lawyer yet, girl?
a few.
Oh,
A few.
I feel like once you are confident and you know what you want, you attract what you want. You know what I'm saying? And I feel like I don't want to just be with someone just to be with someone. I want a real relationship. I want to like get married, have kids.
Okay.
And I want a partner that's reliable. And like growing up in an African household, there's certain jobs where are respected and certain jobs that are not, you know? And even though I might respect it, they might not. So I'm like, okay, if I bring this guy home, what are they gonna say?
Okay.
I know my family don't like dreads. They don't like a person who's working at 7-Eleven. They like a guy who's like, they want to
That's
brag
part of
about
the
someone.
problem.
You know what I'm saying? And like, I'm
Family
in a
plays a
healthcare
big
field.
part in who you choose,
I
so
wanna,
that's a
like,
problem.
marry a doctor or a lawyer who will understand that I'm working those long hours. He wouldn't like complain. But another guy would not understand because he's not in the same shoes.
Okay.
It might take him a little more time for him to, you know, get what I'm saying.
Yeah. Okay, I get what she's trying to say, but at the end of the day, just because there's jobs that have these super titles attached to them, surgeon, doctor, businessman, lawyer, blah, 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 blah. But at the end of the day, there's still an upper echelon of people who get those jobs, but then there's an even bigger level of people who are the ones who actually make the money in those jobs. Some lawyers is broke.
Yeah.
Electricians, though, like I said in the video where Terrence talked about his job, electricians, they make money. In California, there is a registry waiting list to be trained to be an electrician. And it's like 2 years now, 3 years now, just to get the job. So, and the whole family thing, at the end of the day, your family plays a big part in who you marry, but you got to remember, your family's not marrying that person.
Yeah.
If that person meets everything and God said that person's for you, your family has to step aside.
Because that's your family now.
Yeah.
Okay, and kind of just to open it up to everyone.
We're going to try not to pause
go
too
ahead,
much,
Taylor.
y'all.
Would doctors, would it be bad if a doctor had dreads, or can you go more into like maybe the prejudice?
Like, okay, basically, I don't know what's the deal. Most like growing up in an African household, we don't like dreads. I don't know why.
Locks.
So like, yeah, locks. or
Locks.
whatever.
I mean,
Exactly. So I never knew why they don't like it, but they don't.
They associate it as dirty.
Yeah.
Because I remember when I was 18.
It's unkept.
Yeah.
This one guy wanted to marry me, and my dad was like, okay, he has dreads. Like, they associate it to something.
it's the madman on the street.
Exactly. So as a child, I learned that, and I was like, okay, ooh, I might like him, but he has dreads, and my family might not like accept him. You know?
It's hard to
watch out
uncondition
for
yourself.
Say, like, you might want to open your mind up, because that's like go the line of like, people look at you just because you black and just be like, oh
Yeah, it's
she's
prejudice.
like all the other black girls. So you know what I'm saying? It's kind of like judging, and you don't want to be doing that. And you kind of want to keep an open mind too, because you saying you want a doctor. A doctor can lose his own hand. He can't use his hand no more. And now you got to take care of that if that's what you want to do. Like, you can't look at what they do. You want to try to find something from the inside
I feel
instead of what they do.
With anyone you will be with, you have to get ready. Because let's say you pick this perfect person, there'll still something go wrong.
Yeah,
I know that
that's
part.
life.
But like, I know what I can handle and what I cannot. This is what I have studied throughout my years of like dating. I'm like, okay, this works, this does not work. And the thing is, this is what I like. You don't have to like what I like. You can like whatever you like, but this is what I prefer.
It's a standard she set.
Well, we talking this episode. We talking.
My family that me being a person who I value what my family says, but at the end of the day, I'm living my life. So is this what you think about these things, or is that
That's a great question.
really just a family thing?
I never really.
Again, like I said, your family plays a part, but your family's not the final deciding factor. But that does not empower you to throw out the opinions of your family. These are still the people you grew up with. So it's like your family still, even as an adult, we got our own house, everything, but our family they still get information, add input and stuff, because that's still the circle of people that we can still, I know if we lose this house right now, who gonna get us? Family. It's not gonna be my homies, it's not gonna be my coworkers, it's gonna be my mom, my sisters, her aunt, it doesn't matter. It's gonna be them. So your family still should play a part in your decision making, but you shouldn't be making all your decisions because you're trying to make your family satisfied with the actions. I get it though. How you feel?
Not my discussion. I agree with you. Not my discussion.
I don't know. I never thought about that. I feel like
You never thought about it for yourself, or you only
because the
took...
thing is, it's like background, right? It's also like culture. It's just something that's ingrained in you where you can't really like separate the two. You know what I'm saying?
It's learned behaviors.
You become now because it's what you grew up with knowing. Like when you grew up knowing, okay, this is right, this is wrong, and then someone else tells you, no, this is right, this is wrong. But you're so used to seeing that this is actually right, this is actually wrong.
Have you developed what you feel is right and wrong for yourself?
But the thing is, that's my, like, I know what's right and wrong, but that's like what I've been told or like taught becomes me. And then my personality comes out too.
Right.
So I feel I just like what I like.
So you're kind of saying like your family's beliefs now kind of became
Your beliefs. She became ingrained in what our family believes. That's perfectly normal.
So, being real,
right?
What does your family really think about those with dreads? Is it unclean? Is it unorthodox? Like what does that?
It's not really about that. It's just they don't like. So there's certain things like a girl has to be. They're very traditional. For just some reason, that's something that most.
So like men with long hair is a no-no. Is that
men are not supposed to have like long hair. Men are not supposed to have like earrings. They're just like tattoos, like just certain things they believe that because they're very Christian.
You gotta stick to the tradition, the religion part.
Exactly. So it's just not like they see it as a bad thing.
And there's nothing wrong with that.
Used to. We grew up in Africa. There's certain things we did not see. So it's kind of like, oh, they do that. Okay. And now they feel like at the point where they can't even be open-minded to learn because they're just so used to their own ways. It's not like it's a bad thing. It's just something they're not used to.
Okay.
Cognitive dissonance.
So you're not open to things you're not used to. You want to stick to.
I don't personally feel like it's like that. Like if y'all listening to her, it's like just the cultural differences. Like here in America, we're able to speak free and loudly as we choose to. If you're in Dubai, you can't even raise your voice above a certain limit. So I just feel like just trying to understand that she's from a totally different continent than us.
Thank you, Humble Hood. Thank you. That's what people.
That's all that is.
Yes, bro. I'm glad he said that. That's what people are not getting. People are raised differently. We don't all have to think like you think. If I want to be super religious, I'm gonna be super religious because I'm raised to be religious. Don't try to convince me my way of living is wrong because you are comfortable with your way of living.
Okay. All right.
Sorry, I want to say something. I understand that because my mom, every time I go back home, my mom wants me to hide this. We go out to people's houses and stuff. She just doesn't understand it. My dad went to school in Michigan in America, so he had a different perspective. So when I moved here, I had the chance to kind of go away from what was normal. But every time I go back home, my uncle, are you a girl? You know, it's like a question. It's not normal to see.
Because you're Nigerian, right?
Yeah, exactly. You know, so I understand what she's saying, and it's part of the culture.
Yeah.
It's not good, it's not bad. It's just, that's just the reality of it.
Okay.
And that's as simple as it should be. It should be explained.
Got it. Okay, thank you. So, Erik, good thing you were over there, saying your points. So I'm gonna move on over to you next. Okay. So, as we saw on the episode you were on, we saw you were pretty certain about what you like and what you don't like. Let's go ahead and take a look at some of these clips showcasing that. Uh-oh. And Erik, why did you end up popping your balloon?
I think it's a style thing. I don't like the dress. When you're darker skinned, I like for girls to choose things that will stand out to balance that. It's the same thing. I just like to have someone who stands out, and I like to wear black. And I think that it would.
I'm surprised he wasn't on the episode.
Walking around wearing black, and the reason I popped was I have a thing about nails. I don't like to hear them on the clanking, and I feel like I don't know. There's something about it that the sound of it I don't like. Okay. And the other thing is the black. Again, I just like I like people who are colorful, and I popped it because there's something.
Dang, they got him in 4K.
I think it would be annoying to hear.
They got him in 4K.
Hey, stand on what you like, man.
They got him in 4K.
Nobody.
All right, so let's talk.
Yeah, so Erik, them wearing black, they're not gonna wear black every day, right?
I understand, but this is your show.
Right.
You're the one who set the rules. You said tell us about the first impression. That was my first impression.
I see. So
Right.
so what would it be like if you're dating someone and they do end up wearing black? Would you tell her to
It's
change,
not
or-
that you're never to wear black.
Okay.
That wasn't the situation. I was simply playing the game.
Okay.
You asked for the first impression of the person walking in. I looked at her. I said that was my first impression.
Got it. Okay.
It was as simple as that.
So
That's
if
fair.
you were out in real life and you do see someone who's not wearing so much of a bright color, but everything else is in your specs.
I mean, colorful people are colorful regardless.
Yeah.
Like I'm wearing black, but there's still color there.
I see.
Right?
Uh-huh.
So it's just in her case, it was simply that there was just brown. It's like looking at a naked person. It's real tight, right? It's not good or it's not bad. It's just that personally, they're just certain. I like a bit of mystery.
Okay.
So that's as simple as I can put it. In that situation.
Serenity over there looking so uncomfortable because he talking about her dress, but Serenity, you're a fraud. So I don't care how you feel. You're a fraud.
If you were to describe yourself, because this is actually
Right.
this is a great question, I think, for dating.
Okay.
If you were to what's your favorite color? Just
I would
answer.
say orange.
Why? Give me three adjectives as to why.
Reasons.
Yeah.
Well, every time you wake up in a September morning, you look outside.
Okay.
It feels like the sun is just more yellow for some reason.
Artist.
Right? It reminds you of the beginning of fall.
Okay.
It reminds you of sunsets.
Okay.
Right? There's beauty to the color of orange.
Okay, beauty.
If you put the color of orange next to someone who's dark skinned, they shine.
Shine.
Yeah.
Okay.
By the way, all the women are welcome because after I said that, everyone started wearing colors.
Okay, set the tone.
Check it.
Okay.
Damn.
So as we saw during episode
Nah,
5,
he talking his talk. Nah, he's talking his talk because after he said that, everybody stopped coming with them all black dresses.
Micah.
Yeah.
Micah had the most colorful dress out of all of them.
Yeah, after he talked that talk.
accessory, that was kind of the talk of the episode.
Watch.
So let's go ahead and take a look
The
at what
conch
that
shells.
accessory was.
Oh, the Willy Wonka
Willy
hat.
Wonka thing. I don't really like it like that.
I like the Cam Newton hat.
Oh. You had to do me like that?
What you mean? Huh?
Yeah, the hat just threw me off. Other than that,
Okay.
it's the hat for sure.
What was wrong with her hat, bro?
Taylor,
It's a
that had
fucking
taken you out today, girl.
I guess so.
Now she got the steamboat.
She got the what? She got the what? The Steamboat Ricky hat?
The steamboat Mickey.
I'm sick.
Taylor, as
It's
we
a
saw,
cute hat,
you're
though.
wearing a hat today.
The hat
Okay.
Y'all didn't
Yes.
stop me.
Okay.
Were you expecting for your hat to be like such a hot topic?
I wasn't expecting to be anything.
Oh,
I was
okay.
an audience member, and I wasn't expecting to be on the show that time. So, yeah, I just came and I threw on something, and I was like, "Oh, I'm excited." I stay inside a lot at the time. And
Yeah.
I just came, and I didn't know the hat was gonna be hated. A lot
Terrence
of people
getting
told me to
attacked by
throw
a
it away.
fly.
Really?
Dang.
Terrence lost a lot of weight since episode
No,
one.
I actually, I basically have it being customized right now.
Heck
Yeah,
yeah.
Strong Wool is customizing it, and we're gonna donate it with our water initiative.
Oh yeah, I saw that video on IG. That's right.
This is cool. And what is the water initiative, if you want to elaborate on that?
So I currently work as a project coordinator for Project Roots, and we are presenting a water initiative where we are passing out water. We live in Phoenix, it's really hot, to those who are unsheltered. And we're currently planning a fundraiser where people can donate, they can find more information about it, and we would like to raffle off that hat just because it was a hot commodity and has a lot of attention, and Strong Wool is putting some really cool designs on it. So, yeah.
Okay, very nice.
Thank you.
Anyone have any comments about the hat?
Hey,
I can't wait
lie,
to
your
see
hat
it.
popping this time though. Okay. Well, I don't care what this is. Okay.
Thank
Put it
you.
on today.
Thank you.
I mean, I know you put it on that day too.
Okay.
It was cute. There was nothing wrong with her
I
hat, bro.
appreciate it. I can say y'all in the comment section, y'all really, really ate me up, but it brought me, just like this, the city of Phoenix rebirth. I am grateful for the opportunity to love myself.
Maturity.
I found love for myself here, so I'm grateful.
That's good.
That's good. That's great.
So as we saw on season 6,
Why she got
kinda
this
had a little
Jessica
class
Rabbit
clown.
dress on?
You know, I'm pretty sure y'all all know who I'm talking about. Jay, you definitely had quite a lot to say to some of the ladies that were coming on.
Jessica was a piece of work,
You know,
boy.
let's take a little look at a recap of some of the things you were saying.
I'm an Uber and Lyft driver full time.
Okay, all right.
The other
And why
Jay.
did you end up popping your balloon?
I don't know, it's the knee, the right knee. You got something going on. I don't know what it is. I got eczema. And I use coconut oil. Yeah, zoom in on that.
Dang.
They were so.
And I just
He was
don't
so
know
disrespectful.
why it's like that.
Why you do that?
So, Jay, some of the comments were saying you're being a little nitpicky. Like, was her scar really a deal breaker for you?
Yeah, I mean, I really do have eczema. So, you know, it's a real thing. So when I saw that, I really was thinking like, man, it could be something. You know what I mean?
Eczema's an
I probably
internal
know
thing.
Cocoa butter.
Yeah, you know, so
That was clearly a scab.
maybe in the real world, I don't know, but I mean, I'm thinking like maybe somebody who use, you know, coconut oil might be coming up next. That's what I'm thinking. I don't know. You know?
Why she looking through them glasses like
It's because
that?
even when it's the reunion, he is still unserious. He is still unserious because I went to this man's IG after to see what he was on, and he was doing what I expected him to be doing, and all that rah-rah, but it's just his IG character in this is just too different. It's just, man, I don't know.
Okay.
I'm trying to understand how you get to talk about the right knee, but as soon as I say taco meat, I get humpback and Notre Dame.
because you let me get on you, sister.
Jessica,
do not do this. Don't die on this hill because you was doing too much. Don't die on this hill.
Both episodes
you was going crazy because people called you their auntie. Like, it's just, like, don't do that. Don't die on that hill.
Hey, please help me understand.
I didn't say that.
I ain't saying you did, but how are you able to say that, but I can't?
I can't speak for other people.
Because he was red pill people were supporting him.
They were coming for him though, Jess.
I never said
Did they?
Yeah.
But did they come for his looks though?
No, they came
Yes.
With your job?
They said sassy, I'm gay, I'm Justin.
Yeah.
Hell, that's better than collard green.
What?
Not for a man, look.
Nah, coming for a man's manhood is way worse than something.
I guess for a
somebody
man,
looks.
that is pretty serious. Like, you know, they're calling him zesty, sassy.
Yeah, they degraded him.
Sassy about that? Like you feeling sassy? You feel
I
like
don't
you gotta be
feel,
sassy and stuff?
I don't feel sassy at all.
You don't feel zesty?
I don't feel.
I
mean, I might be a little bit, you know what I'm saying? A little hot today, but you know, I might be a little zesty, but that's just some seasoning. You know, it's a little drizzle.
So no, don't deem the soft guy era because you are not in that era, brother. You are not drizzle, bro. No. That soft guy era movement is a solid movement. Do not mess that up.
It's for Terrence because he deserves it.
He deserves it. You do not deserve to be in the soft guy era, brother.
Ain't you saying that?
Yeah, I am actually.
Does it matter what kind of oil? Like, could I be like a shea butter?
You could be a shea butter, baby.
Okay.
Sprinkles.
Don't
Can I
fuck up
just
my
add
pillows.
one thing?
Yeah, go ahead, Serenity.
I just wanted to add, and I was just thinking about this because I know you noticed like the ashiness of her knee or the scar of her knee, but did the responses that the women gave go over your guys' heads when Arlette said, "What are you ladies looking for in a man?" And I know I went up there and I'm looking for a man of God. I'm looking for a man with good principles. And you guys immediately went to first impression is she's wearing a brown dress. Like, did
girl, we moved on from the dress.
Bro.
We moved on from the dress. We talking about the scabby knee.
And we don't want to hear you talk about your dress and how you want a man of God. You get to shut up. Because here's why you get to shut up. We watched your catch up. We watched what you did. And we watched how you chose to pursue after internet men over your own match. Don't talk to me about you wanting a man of God and you over there choosing E Diddley over your real life dude. You clout chase. Shut up. Don't bring God up in here.
did that go over your head?
It went over your
responses that we
head.
had? The intellect that we had?
If you asking me, I never said anything about the brown dress.
Or just my
wearing-
height.
that's
I'm
my-
sorry.
Yeah, it was the height.
Okay.
But I'm wearing brown right now. It's my favorite color. I like the dress.
Look, he said don't
The dress was not very Christian. I'll say that.
Oh, thank you. Say it again, brother. Hold on, let's go back. Let's run it back. Let's run it back. Say it again, brother.
The dress was not very
him
Christian.
David. His name's Erik. Erik.
I can't do the booms. The cook booms don't work no
See,
more.
because I told you,
I'll
because
say
you
that.
trying to broke the button.
It was past my knees. It was long sleeves. I can't help that I am a
got
woman
hottie?
who is in shape. You know, most of the clothes that I do have are tailored to me because I do appreciate nice clothes. And I thought that on a show, like a dating show, I would put my best self forward. I didn't have
but
my
your bra was
stomach
showing.
out. I didn't have my ass out. I'm just a fit woman. And the dress was below the knee and long sleeves.
So, Erik, what about her dress was not Christian, in your opinion?
I'm just saying, you didn't have to try to guess anything. It was all there.
True.
It's not bad.
Right,
I'm just
yeah,
saying,
correct.
if you come out and you're like, oh, I'm a Christian woman. I'm looking for a Christian man. A true Christian man wants his wife or his woman
To just modest.
reserved.
Yep, modest.
Are you a
Doesn't
Christian
want-
man?
Having the shape is not enough.
What?
Having the shape is the problem.
The shape is not the problem.
No.
The shape wasn't the
what I'ma
problem.
say is,
Her cleavage
I
was
like
out.
it, and I think that.
Come on now.
What I'm gonna
Toe.
say is like, I see it that go back to like me saying like it's a black thing, cause I see like other race they'll have on little bitty stuff on, and then they would not people won't say nothing because they don't have a body. Like you can't.
It just go
You
back
can't
into
do it.
personal, like what she was saying, what you like type stuff. So, like your body popping is, you got to be more conscious of it because men gonna be looking. That's probably what they're getting, that type stuff. If you're attractive and it's just out there, I'm for surely gonna be looking. I'm a man like that. So, you got to kind of be mindful of that if you're looking to be, with a man and, so
I ain't gonna
that's all. But
lie.
not to say like you did anything wrong though.
I ain't gonna
'Cause
lie. I told the taller dudes they was tripping, and I was lusting a little bit. I ain't even gonna lie.
He was lusted. Look at Humble his face. Look at Humble her face. Look at Humble's face, bro. He do not care, bro.
I like actually a lot of it. I was like, y'all tripping.
But you popped your balloon.
I did. I had, you know.
He wanted to see number 3.
I want to ask a question to both of you guys because I feel like you guys both are very critical. Have you guys ever like looked past it? And I guess this is a general question too. Like, I know attractiveness and like how a woman's physical appearance is important in my perspective to a man. But have you guys ever like maybe fallen for a woman beyond her looks or for her heart or for her personality? And if so, like, how, when, why? And like,
so you're not always shallow.
Man, I mean, I guess if you want to say that. But see, this is the thing. When men have standards, it's shallow. But when women say, I want a dude that's 6 feet, I want a dude that's not an electrician, I want a dude that's not that. Hold on. I'll let y'all talk. Can I talk, please?
He cooking.
Right?
I'm not going to interrupt him.
When women say, I want a dude that don't got locks, right? It's you go, girl. That's right. You standing on business. You do your thing. But when a man do it, he's sassy. He's zesty. He gay.
See, look at this freeze frame right here. Look at this freeze frame right here. Right. Look at all the men's face in this freeze frame. It's a bad angle, but look at how all the men have the 1,000-yard stare right now.
Yep.
Terrence has it. Ishmael has it. They got the 1,000-yard stare because they all can think of moments in their life that they've heard all these unrealistic standards that women have. Now look at all the women's faces towards it, right? You got the girl on the far left. She's looking at him like he full of crap. You got the girl in the red. She looking at him like she ready to argue back. But the reality is in the dating game, this is why I say men and women are equally as bad. Because he made a perfect point. And here's how you know he made a perfect point. I don't even like this dude. I have been the main one. I put out multiple videos of me being critical of him. But guess what? If somebody's telling the truth, they're telling the truth whether I like it or not. And he's telling the truth right now. The dating game is messed up. And women, y'all get mad at men when they say they preferences. And then men, y'all get mad at women when they say they preferences. But neither side gets to do this whole, oh, well, why don't you look to the deeper or look to the honesty or look at the heart? Y'all all are shallow. Both sides completely. You got anything to say? I'm gonna let that play back again because he was right. He's right.
I want a dude that don't got locks, right? It's you go, girl. That's right. You standing on business. You do your thing. But when a man do it, he's sassy. He's zesty. He gay. So there's a double standard there, and I accept that, right? Because I knew coming on the show that's what it's gonna be. But if that's what you want to call me, I can't debate with your opinions, and I don't want to try to. But that's what I am, and that's what I like. I mean, just like that's what y'all like.
I wouldn't like personally the electrician comment. From my knowledge, electricians make a good grip of money. But that's not my first, priority when getting to know someone. But I think
What is your first priority?
My first priority is character, appearance. I do have to be
But
attractive.
how do you get to know the character if you haven't?
By asking what your favorite color is and then seeing how receptive you are. If you're receptive to go down the path of allowing me in.
But I got a question. How long does that last, to be real, if you're not truly attracted? You have to be attracted to the person that you're talking to.
I wouldn't even
don't
ask.
get me wrong, right? Like the personality is big, and yes, pay attention to that. But it all starts off with attraction. You're not just gonna go for somebody just because they're cool. That's more friend type of energy. It's not a relationship.
But to be honest, I wouldn't even be going deep.
I saw you look. What happened?
I'm trying to listen to what he's saying, but there's different levels of attraction. Physical is not just one level of attraction. You can be attracted to somebody intellectually. You can be attracted to somebody emotionally. You can be attracted to someone spiritually. Attractiveness doesn't have there's no limits to it.
He's arguing from the point of physical attraction. You're right, because it is levels to physical. There's levels to attraction, but he's saying physical, because physical is the most important, because for majority of people, unless you're blind, you see the person first. That's where attraction genuinely starts. When you see them, because unless you're talking on the phone and you're only listening to the voice, which rarely happens.
I guess it just depends on the person, because not to go back and forth about like our experience, but when I first met you or saw you, I wasn't attracted to you based off of your looks. I was attracted to you based off of your personality. You were really goofy and funny, and just like.
But again, you had to see me at some point before you talked to me, because there was a long period where we didn't talk to each other at all.
Yeah.
So when you saw me, was I attracted to you?
Yeah.
So you were physically attracted to me.
Okay.
Yeah, that's all, that. No, you're right.
Yeah,
you're right.
No.
But that's all he's making the point of, is the whole "what's your favorite color" thing. That works, but like, how long can that work if I'm not physically attracted to you?
Mm-hmm.
Attention to that, but it all starts off with attraction. You're not just gonna go for somebody just because they're cool. That's more friend type of energy. It's not a relationship.
But to be honest, I wouldn't even be going deeper with you if I wasn't attracted to you. So like, if I'm attracted, like what I find with the men that I've
she confused herself.
Sounds very contradictory.
Because what was your question?
Right?
Well, no,
what was your question?
so because like somebody can be attractive, but if you're not receptive to me, and like if I'm trying to get to know you and you
that
like,
comes
I'm like,
after
what's your favorite
attraction,
color?
though.
Well, that's kind of silly. Like we're not gonna be able to get along because I like depth.
We're asking about what is the
that's
thing
not
that
depth.
brings you together to begin with.
I mean, me asking and me going deeper. If I'm asking you a question, you can't go along for the ride. I'm asking you like, give me three reasons why you like the color orange. And you're like, well, this is kind of silly. Well, already we're not going to like. I could think you're attractive, but I'm like, okay, well, maybe
what
we're
led
not
you
going
to
to be able to
asking
go
him
long
that?
term then, because I'm asking
think
questions
his
that you
question
think
wasn't exactly understood by you. Not that he thought he was silly, but I also believe that we shouldn't use the example of you two for you to answer the question.
I'm just giving an
asked.
example.
But what is the thing that attracts you to begin with?
It's the character.
I need.
No, see, she's not being honest, because you can't see you can see character on somebody, but if I'm walking down the street and you're walking and we're just walking in a straight line, there's not a lot of character going on. That's why it doesn't make sense. What led you to wanting to know my character? That's what they're making the argument of. That's why attraction is important. What leads you to wanting to ask me these questions?
To begin with.
It's the character.
I just met somebody.
We gonna go in circles. It's all right.
Yeah. We gotta move on.
Let's go ahead and move on. So, as we saw with Serenity, we did touch on you a little bit, but we're gonna bring it back around. Okay. So a lot of the viewers kind of expressed they felt like, on your episode, like that you weren't treated fairly. Yeah. So let's go ahead and take a look at how your segment went. Hello, welcome in. Hi. We can have your name.
I'm Serenity. Very beautiful. You seem strong, like you beat me up.
David was tripping.
David, man.
I'm not gonna lie, it was just the feet.
The
know
feet?
What I mean? I just wasn't fucking with the shoes. You know what I mean? Like, you beautiful, but I just, the fit just wasn't it for me.
Just wasn't attracted.
Okay.
Just seems a little uncoordinated. I don't know. Maybe it's just the heels and the dress, but it's that simple.
It's a sassy group.
Ooh.
They the baddest. Not you. Who the best? No, obviously. Huh.
It's ironic she said that because she just proved Jay's point.
Yeah.
She unironically just proved Jay's point, where he said when men start giving their opinions, the first thing y'all do is call them sassy. And then as soon as you watch a clip of men giving their opinions, what was the first thing she said? Oh, this is a sassy group.
I think it's very ignorant for people or women to assume that men don't have their own standards on how they would want their woman to look, because men typically don't go off on a tangent about clothes, accessories, or women's apparel and all that kind of stuff. You wouldn't expect a man to be like, well, she's a beautiful girl, but I just don't like that. I don't like that color on her. Like, it doesn't fit. It doesn't compliment her. It doesn't make her stand out. That would be deemed as sassy for a lot of women because they think men are just supposed to care about the body, the front, back, and face. That's it.
And you know, the ironic part is majority of black men are raised by black women alone.
Yeah.
Right? Because the father situation. We're raised around women. We see nothing but women. So guess what? We now have a standard set in our mind of, oh, my mother or my siblings are how a woman's supposed to carry themselves.
And most black households are matriarchy, not patriarchy.
Right. So now that we're in a matriarchy, we have a standard of what women are supposed to be because we're raised by women. Mm-hmm. And so when we give you guys the feedback, we're not giving the feedback of this is my natural male instinct. And we're giving you the feedback based off of what we were raised as this is the standard.
Yeah, the comments were definitely on your side on this. You know, they were like you said, she's before we even said anything, she said, this is a sassy group. And that's what the majority of the comments were calling the men on this episode. So Serenity, as we saw, you were taking those comments very well. Like,
I'm very sure of myself, and it doesn't matter what someone is telling me about myself. I know myself, and I know what I know about myself to be true. So I was unshaken, and I knew that regardless of if I was going to be disrespected, because as a black woman, unfortunately, I get disrespected a lot, especially in the career field that I'm in.
True.
I just knew that I was going to stay myself. I was going to show up as myself. And the guys did show up. They were fresh. You know, I haven't seen a lot of people iron their clothes in a while. There was no wrinkles on anybody.
True.
You know, everyone looked good. I didn't smell anything bad. You know, no one's breath smelled crazy. So I was going to give them true compliments. Now, I will say this. I don't dislike locks. My mother has locks. They go down to her waist side. You know, my family's from the Caribbean. We're Haitians. So a lot of people in my family and my culture wear the locks. So I've grown to appreciate them and love them. It's just some of the gentlemen like Jay on the show, he didn't have his locks clean. He didn't have them twisted. So if we're going off of first impressions, you know, you didn't get the chance for me to hear a lot of their responses on the initial walk up. So all I could go off of was appearance and the small remarks that they made, especially about me, to decide if I was going to match. But for me to go out there and give them a well-spoken, you know, part of me, and then also articulate, I'm in shape, and I'm respectful. I would have thought I would have gotten different remarks. And I was a little disappointed in the men on there because I love black men, and they didn't show that love back. And that's okay, because I can't be everybody's type. You know, everyone has a preference, like we heard with the colors and all that stuff, right? But, you know, I am wearing a different color today.
Yes, we see.
And I'm wearing accessories as well. And yeah, so it was crazy. I wasn't
See how much more
expecting
you stand out.
Eric.
Nah, let him talk his talk.
Eric.
He's earned it.
Look, Arlette.
He's earned the right to talk his talk.
Look at Rizoma's face.
The compliment.
She is side-eyeting hard.
He was looking tonight.
So you say she wasn't standing out that day, is what
She
you're
did
saying?
not stand out.
Okay.
But look at her now, right?
Okay.
Would you pop your balloon
Definitely
now?
beautiful.
Huh?
Would you pop your balloon now?
First
Well,
impression,
it's-
straight
the
on
first, the first impression's done.
Fine.
Yeah.
It's done, yeah. Okay.
You're
I see.
gorgeous, Serenity.
So, yeah, you definitely are. And the red dress, okay, we see you.
Thank you. And I'm strong still, too,
And the
in the
body
red
is still
dress, too.
bodying.
I'm still strong in the red dress.
Okay.
Yeah.
So as we saw, Trinity said right away, sassy, whatever it is. What did you guys think of, you know, Serenity's segment?
I feel like the men were just too picky, just to be picky.
Wait a minute.
I think all other men out there can relate to me. Look, you ain't do nothing wrong. You know what I'm saying? You look great. You're respectful, like you said, and it can seem like from your mind space that you're intelligent. That's attractive. Like, you know, I don't know what everybody else out there looking for, but if you're trying to settle down for real, like that's that. Like,
But we're not talking about intellectuals. We're talking about looks.
Yeah.
Y'all didn't like her looks, so
yeah,
that's
we
the
can't
argument.
see intellect off of first impression.
See,
but I don't know when this was recorded because now we know the truth about her. All this goes out the window, brother.
This
I
had
think
to have been
a lot of the
recent.
men on there were just intimidated by you.
Because she was on episode 10.
When you
Yeah.
have like a woman of your caliber and you have all your stuff together, and then you're going on a dating show and meeting men who maybe don't, or even maybe only have it halfway, they're like,
That's not the.
So I feel like it was a protection.
That's not the problem.
It's the lawnmower guy. I think that he was like, I would want to ask him. I said lawnmower guy. My bad. I'm sorry. Landscaper. Excuse me. Yeah. I wonder what he was really looking for him to say she seems too strong. That
David
honestly offended me for you because as Black women, sometimes we naturally have toneness, and just because we have a toneness doesn't mean that we're not feminine. You know, so I wonder what he was really meaning by that.
Yeah, I get that, but no, just her physique is very kind of masculine looking. She's very strong,
and her profession deems that.
Yeah, she's a trainer.
There are some weightlifting females that look like dudes, but we still acknowledge them as females. There gets to a point where you tone up so much, you do look masculine. You'll still have your feminine charms, but you know, you still have that your testosterone levels is up.
I get tired of having to hear or see Black women constantly like defend themselves as to why, or give excuses as to why we're this, and this. Like, sometimes it ain't gotta be a black and white type thing. Sometimes it ain't gotta be, oh, because you're a Black woman, I'm just gonna disrespect you. It don't have to be like that all the time.
Yeah.
Would have to be here to
answer
that, but I'm strong, but I'm soft. I am. I smell good too.
Period.
She do. She
All
does
right.
indeed.
And to kind of go ahead and move on to who is known on the show as America's favorite bachelor. Terrence, we saw you on quite a few episodes. I think it's about 3 Pop the Balloon episodes. And, you know, on there we saw that, you know, your balloon just kept getting on pop, but you never gave up. Like, you always just still had a smile on your face and everything.
We love Terrence here. This is the Terrence household.
Aside from Hendo, Terrence is the shortest, one of the shortest contestants. Yeah, bro, disrespectful. Oh!
Because you're short. It's just height, but you're very handsome, and I like your outfit. I picked you because you're the shortest one.
I just would like somebody a little bit more taller.
I think it's the lips for me. I can't kiss him.
What's wrong with Ashley?
Real quick.
What?
So, Terrence, did it ever become like discouraging? Like every time like someone would come out, like they would pop your balloon on all those episodes you were on?
No, not really. I would say like for me, like I didn't see none of them. Like I was like I would marry her, you know, for them that did pop my balloon. But another thing too, like I really not like big on hating people or wanting people to like. If they don't like me, that's fine. I still love you, still like you. I'm still, you know, that's okay with me. So like whoever I do find, I'm gonna know that she really want me and she love me, and that's what I want, you know.
I freaking love Terrence, man.
Yeah.
Terrence is such a good dude, bro.
Yeah, he is.
Even when I'm glad. I wonder if they're gonna talk about who he did match with, because his character is just
I hope
so.
that they still together or something.
Yeah, his character's so genuine. I love his character.
He better than me.
So
he better than all of us.
Yeah, I don't want it. That don't want
trying to
me.
be like
I ain't
that.
big on forcing nothing. So that's how I feel about it.
There you go.
All right, so how did you guys feel when, you know, watching Terrence's segment?
Hey, they was hating on my boy Hyde. I ain't gonna lie, okay? People be like, I mean, to each his own. You like what you like, but for me, I'm like a real person when it comes to like Hyde or different shit like that. That shit really don't matter. Once I take the time to know you and I'm feeling you, then we gonna vibe. Like, but they'll say how I feel.
Yeah, I'm not the spokesperson for all women, but I will say that growing up in my household, my mom, she's a stallion. She's about 5'11", and my dad was 5'5".
Okay.
So height was never a requirement for me, and I knew that you could be tall and you could be a bad person. You could be a lie, cheat, steal, drunk, all of the above. So I thought that you carried yourself very well. You look very sharp. You know, edge up is crispy. Okay, skin is clear, and I thought. You know, it was unfortunate, and then I had to live the same experience, so I know how you feel.
Oh, here she go.
Serenity.
Does everything gotta lead back to you?
Yes. Yes.
Oh my gosh. Yeah, Elam. Well, nah, actually, not even Elam, bro. Let me leave him out my segment, bro. He ain't done nothing to us. But everything got to go back to you and your experience. Everything. Come on. This show is not the Serenity Find Love show. This is the reunion, bro. Everything keep going back to you and your segment of how you was being treated.
Because she's still dulling on it. She's still dwelling on it.
Bro.
That's all that it is.
Let it go.
So on a deeper level. Yeah.
And personally, I was somebody that in my episode, I was speaking on someone's height.
It's the women in red. If you're wearing red in this segment,
aside from Arlette,
besides Arlette, for some reason, if you're wearing red this episode, like in this thing, you just everything gotta be about y'all. Like, I ain't heard Jess talking. I'm ready. I'd rather hear Jay start talking again. Like, if anything, he says something genuine. I'm pausing too much, man.
But it was because he lied. But I didn't get a chance. He lied. I didn't get a chance to say that I like short kings. Actually, my very first person was a short king. KiteZz is a short king, and I would definitely.
You're too old for him, ma'am.
So I just want to make sure you know that you already know.
Yeah. You cannot have KiteZz. You cannot have him. You're in your mid-30s. You cannot do that.
These cougars be hunting, boy.
And she's still not even old enough to be a cougar, but you can't do that.
KiteZz.
Let that boy live.
It's these older women that be wanting that boy.
Let him
You're
live.
very handsome, beautiful locks. Yeah, beautiful skin.
Appreciate it.
You know, Terrence don't got it. Kai do.
I guess he'd like to interject.
Okay, go ahead.
So back to your point.
He'd like to interject.
No, yeah. I mean, this is what I was talking about the double standard. Wasn't nobody in the comments mad about that?
Yeah.
But everybody was mad about what I said.
Because it was a need.
No, I'm talking about the height with Serenity.
Oh.
Right? They was on my helmet about that. But we get 3 episodes of this and nothing? Y'all ain't got nothing.
No, we've been defending Terrence since day one, bro.
I get what he's saying, though. I get what you're saying, but no, it was how the reason why you got so much backlash is how you came at Serenity. You did it.
You played too much.
You played too much with it, but you do have a point. Terrence got dogged for 3 whole episodes, and people were defending him though. Don't say he wasn't getting defended. There was people defending him, but that is true. It wasn't a lot of women doing it, but people were defending him. You came at the situation wrong. If you would have attacked the angle from a different way instead of how you did, yeah, for sure.
I don't feel like anybody should get picked on for their height, period.
Right?
Yeah.
And that's kind of that drizzle that we talking about is like when y'all get it done to y'all really don't like it. But it's okay for me, but it's not okay for you. And that's not cool, right? Because
it's okay for him to take the beating, but you to sit there and watch.
You be a bad person if you tall, you be a great person if you short, right? And that's the same thing. That's all men are saying, right? I don't know this dude, but I feel like he saves kittens. I don't know. Like, I feel like he wouldn't hurt a fly if he didn't have to, but he could still protect himself. You know what I'm saying? Like, don't try him. So, I mean, that's all I'm saying. Like, I don't think it's zesty to have preferences. And no, men get mad at women about, well, actually, we do get mad about that, about the preferences. But I mean, it got to go both ways.
Jay's cooking this episode. I got to give it to him. He cooking. He is cooking with seasoning and everything. He's cooking. I'm going to let him cook.
That's all I'm saying. It got to go both ways.
I think it also has to go back to not taking things too personally because followers are going to do what followers do. That's why they're called followers.
Rizoma's saying that because she didn't care.
If one person says it, a lot of them are going to say it.
That's true.
I want to say, I feel like Terrence got it in the bag because I don't really think too much about it before she asked him about him being discouraged about coming on and people saying no, basically. The Bible says it's not for the swift or the strong, it's for the one who endures. And I see endurance all over him, so I feel like whoever he get, he gonna get him and he gonna get somebody because they're
gonna be blessed.
For real.
They're gonna be blessed for sure.
And he kept like a high spirit through all of it. You feel me? He even told a couple ladies like, I still think you look good. Like, like definitely an honorable dude.
That other one that wanted pink.
So obviously, we see in
he
the
was not
comments,
feeling
like,
her.
All the women are like, "Oh, Terrence, I wish you were in my state. Come to Atlanta. Come wherever. I date you. All this stuff." But I feel like in person, it's different. Like, for example, some of you ladies are on stage. Is Terrence your type? Is he someone that you would go for?
No.
Okay.
He's taller than me, so yeah, I would.
Okay. So Trinity, you said no.
Terrence.
Why no? Why Trinity? Why did you say no?
Quick and strong too.
He's really sweet.
Mike.
Like, I feel like he's really sweet, and I just feel like I'm
toxic.
Aggressive.
Toxic is crazy.
I may be too aggressive, not intentionally, but that's just
accountability.
Me. I'm a lioness.
Nah,
Like,
Terrence,
I'm not a kitten.
he got something. You just gotta look deeper. I can see it in your eyes.
Okay, so Taylor, you're saying Terrence is your type.
I definitely would tap in. I would tap in with Terrence. Hey,
Terrence.
Look at her hood.
Terrence got motion. Terrence got motion.
Slow motion.
Slow
You gotta
motion.
get that from what's them people called?
But I gotta, you know, I'm just like, hey, you know, I would definitely get to know you.
I personally think it's performative, to be quite honest with you, because it's easy for people to say, "Oh, I would do this, I would do that," but unless you're here in person, you're feeling the vibe. Like, it is totally okay to not be attracted to someone or not want to pursue someone, or someone could be attractive that's just not your cup of tea. So I think people hop on the internet and say, "Oh, they missing out. Oh, they left. Shoe look ugly anyway," or just talking about the person because they chose not to pursue Terrence. Like we've been talking about this whole time. People have their rights or their own preferences. And I think it's very performative for people to get on the internet and say what they would do. So how about you fly your tail on here to Arizona
And get you Terrence.
and get you Terrence then.
Okay.
They be missing out though.
Y'all heard it. She told y'all got 24 hours to go get you a piece of Terrence. The clock is ticking. She said it. So y'all don't. Hey man.
And unless you gonna do that, mute.
Okay, Jessica, since we're on you.
Stronger.
So obviously, there's a word like it's thrown around a lot when it comes to
Auntie.
this. You know what that word is?
Auntie.
Yup. I don't know why, but let's take a look at, why they keep calling you auntie.
She's fine. She's fine. Look kind of like my auntie though. She's kind of like auntie. Okay. No disrespect, babe. No disrespect. My auntie's very beautiful. You know.
Show me your auntie.
Huh?
Show me your auntie when we done.
I will. Most definitely will.
So, Jess, has anyone ever called you auntie or all that stuff before you came on Pop the Balloon?
No.
You didn't lie that fast. Jess. You didn't lie that fast.
Oh, I think the second or third episode that she was on, she said something about people always say I look like they cousin or they auntie.
Yeah.
Or auntie all of a sudden. Let me see y'all relatives. Something like that.
It's not all of a sudden. You have an auntie look, and it's fine. It's fine. Some people are attracted to aunts.
And I still ain't seen this auntie. So if you're watching this, please send a picture of your auntie to my DMs.
You about to get a lot of aunts.
Yeah, I'm not sure where they're getting that. Is anyone else on the stage getting auntie vibes from her?
I don't get auntie. Or are we getting fine?
I said cousin.
And I still ain't seen your cousin either. Cousin.
I'll show you my cousin.
I think it was just the dress. No, and don't even take that the wrong way.
It was what?
I think it was the dress.
The dress gave auntie to you?
I mean,
You think
so
she
hear me
dressed
out.
like auntie?
Hold on, wait. Hear me out. Maybe it's just the women in my family, but all my aunties and stuff, they love patterns. They love.
True.
And I just be looking at them. I'm like, yeah, you look good. And so you came on the show. I'm like, I see why they say auntie.
I just want to take the time to point out, look at Humblehood. Humblehood been mean mugging something this whole episode. I just want to know what's going on with him. But anyway, back to the segment.
I feel like it's the dress.
But sis, your pants is patterns.
Hold on, wait.
Whoa.
I never said patterns was an issue. I'm just saying that I think it's the dress. Because they always say like hair and clothes are like really your makeup. Like you can put a full on face, but put on sweats and still look a certain way. So it's kind of like maybe it's just the dress and the hair.
The hair too?
I said maybe. I don't know. I'm just making suggestions.
I'll say it was the hair for me.
For me, For me, it's the dress.
Not in this episode. The first one,
first
with
one
the short
came
hair,
out.
with the short hair.
Yeah.
But today I didn't know who you was.
But let's also
So
get something
looking
straight
at you
too.
like-
You are fine as hell.
Yeah, I was
you are
gonna say.
absolutely gorgeous.
Don't you get up? Don't you get up?
See, you doing too much. You see that's that. You see all these men, they kept saying
Why
you
y'all
coming
glazer
off,
like that?
the men kept saying you came on too strong, you came on too oomph. You doing it. That's exactly what an auntie do.
You know, I'm showing up every time I get, so keep being mad.
Oh God.
That booty
Who
fat.
fine auntie that is?
Oh God.
Arlette. Why did she say that? Who fine auntie is that is? You just throw it right back at her.
She ready to fight.
Aunt, where you at?
Well, I just want to say this about the whole 18 comment, the auntie comments. Honestly, I think it's old and it's lazy. I don't give auntie. And I talked about this before. Why is it that women who consider themselves to be curvier, why is it that we get labeled auntie, cousin,
Y'all don't.
and X, Y, and Z?
Y'all don't.
I don't give that. If you come on my page talking about I'm auntie, block.
You don't.
Period. I don't give
They
auntie.
don't.
And you said cousin as well.
She said, why is it that women that are curvier always get labeled auntie, cousin? No, only certain people get labeled that. I don't hear every thick, bigger, heavy set girl don't immediately get called auntie or cousin.
It depends on how that thick or heavy set girl looks. Because if she looks like Jess, she don't look like any of my aunties.
She look like a couple of mine.
But okay then. But if it was a girl that was a little bit younger, that was her same build, you wouldn't say that.
So then it's not. But that proves my point.
Oh, okay.
It's not her shape that is given the auntie.
Okay then.
Yeah, that was my whole point. Yeah. No, we on the same page.
Yeah.
Cousin as well.
Okay.
And then too, I just want to say this too. Please stop confusing comedic humor, personality with somebody who's old. I prefaced this before. As it relates to personality, it would be similar to like a Tabitha Brown or something like that. But
Did you just
auntie?
Did you? She just try to compare herself to Tabitha Brown?
I don't know who that is.
Well, hello there. How you doing?
Nope, don't know. Not getting the joke. It's going straight over my head. It's crashing.
Like that.
It is on fire right now because this joke is not hitting. It may be hitting for people, but it's not hitting for me because I don't know.
The people know who Tabitha Brown is.
Yeah, go ahead. Play that.
She's trending.
So
she's all over Target.
Actually, I really wouldn't know that. It was sent to me from Shein. So I'm just saying I don't know too many aunties who wear dresses like that or bodycon dresses. But I'm just saying, y'all, it's real old and it's lazy. Let it go. I don't give auntie and I'm fine as hell. Period.
Okay, that's fine.
Damn straight.
Okay, I want to know. So sometimes I'll call women that I
are older,
respect, like not I don't know your age or anything like that, but just for the auntie comment to see if you can find any respect towards it because it seems like you find it disrespectful.
Auntie's not disrespectful.
I call women that I look at that I respect like my mom, but our relationship is like a sister, auntie. If I respect you in those regards, regardless of your age, it's a respect thing. So could you find respect in the auntie comment, or is that completely disrespectful?
No, because at the end of the day, it still boiled down to a certain look and a certain persona. And I'm not too sure if you all are familiar with Jackie Aina, however you say her name.
Jackie
but people
Aina.
felt the same vibe from her, and they came on her page calling her auntie. And respectfully, she's blocking everybody who calls her auntie. So, sis, if you're watching this, I completely understand. It would be the equivalent to somebody calling you, hey, chocolate, hey, you know what I mean? Like, hey, skinny girl, or hey, little Chad. You know what I mean? Like, it.
Jackie Aina is like, she don't give auntie vibes to me. She gives like sister vibes.
I've been getting big dog, big homie, big man, black bro. I've been getting all that my whole life. So this like, I don't want like young buck, young bull, young blood. It's just
words.
You're finding offense in something so basic as a word. You know what you should get mad over if somebody call you that B or a B. or hoe.
They call each other that, but
you see,
women call it, which I don't understand that. Women call each other that, but then get mad when somebody else turns around and says it. But they're saying like, oh, well, we take it as a sign of like a word of endearment. Ain't nothing endearing about that word. Don't call me that. If you my homegirl and you call me a B, oh yeah, we not homegirls after today.
That's literally that right there. I'm glad you said. That's my whole point. You mad about auntie, but there's things that y'all call each other that are way worse. Phenomenally worse. And y'all don't say nothing about it. But auntie's the hill you dying on. That's why everything she's saying right now is falling on deaf ears for me. Because it's just like,
that's the kind of vibe that it gives.
My little cousins call me.
So
auntie.
unless you
them, I don't
that,
that's what they want to call me.
Like, hey, my little chocolate baby. You know what I mean? Especially
I love that. Like, I love
but like, I mean, this is a whole nother topic.
That's a term of
day.
endearment for me. So like, auntie is a term of endearment for me. Hey, little chocolate baby, I love when a black woman, you come call me baby. Hey,
I totally agree with you, but it's men.
It's that they're saying it like an insult.
Thank you. And then like respectfully, there's a lot of discrepancies, and this is a whole nother topic for a whole nother day as it relates to colorism in the Black community. But it would be the equivalent of somebody calling you a name that is derogatory toward people who wear chocolate.
Whoopi Goldberg.
So that's the vibe that it gives.
No. See, I knew you was gonna say something.
Calling me auntie is not a compliment. If you respect me, say that. But don't give me no backhanded compliment about calling me no auntie.
I don't think you gotta worry.
I understand what you mean by that.
And then men, like coming from a man.
No, because somebody's still
gonna
gonna find a way to call me auntie in the comments, but it's okay.
But you stood your ground, Jess, and we love it.
And will.
All right. So on this upcoming clip, it was probably one of the most analyzed and talked about, discussed, snip, cut up, whatever you want to call over TikTok, Instagram, scene of season 1. So let's take a look at what scene that was.
Yeah, you're very gorgeous though, but I don't like that you put the fake flower in your vest trying to make it look better than what it was.
Yeah.
I don't like that you brought a fake briefcase. There's probably nothing in there, and it's also halfway open. You should probably close it. Also, I don't like that the fact that you put your hat.
Going, bro.
What would be
Why do you have
considered
the hat
a
on?
fake briefcase though?
Fake briefcase.
I mean, the hair done.
Something.
It's done. It's done.
So why
dog.
didn't you show your hair?
That's what I wanted to do today.
I understand. I just want to see your hair though.
I get it. You feel me? I've dealt with, you feel me, Chicago women most of my life. You okay? You feel me? Me and your brother probably sound alike because we done been through the same struggles. You feel me? But I could respect that. I just wanted to know what you was thinking about. That's all that was.
It's just weird talking to my little brother. So.
No problem. You can't say little. We the same age, darling. Let's be respectful.
You sound like him though.
That's so because we from the same place. So you don't like people from your hometown.
I never said that.
And that's respectful. I can respect that.
I just want a man with a higher vocabulary,
okay.
which you don't have on your day-to-day speak.
This is cringe watching it back, bro. It's cringe watching it back because it was that bad.
Even watching it the second time,
it was that bad. She took accountability for it.
Yeah,
but it was
was that bad. Like that was.
You didn't have to grill him like that.
You deserved all the backlash you got for that, because that you didn't need to do him like that.
Child, it was coming for that ponytail real hard.
Yeah.
Day-to-day.
The irony.
Let's start with Daryl. So Daryl, after watching that and kind of like in that moment, were you shocked at how you felt like she was coming at you or whatever it may have been?
I can't say shocked because I've been through a lot of trials and tribulations. I've been tested in ways I wouldn't expect it, and I almost felt like I was, I don't know, like, if I come on there and I tell you I'm from Chicago and I got a couple drinks and you tell me that you from the same place, it's almost like you saying something like that to trick me about my spot, because everybody who from where I'm from and know people where I'm from, you just don't talk to them a certain way because, people will give you what you're looking for. And I'm just extremely proud of myself. Always. I go back and look at the clip sometimes because that is growth. That ain't the man that I've always been.
Okay.
I respect that. I respect that because I would have crashed out.
Yeah, you talk to. I just feel like any man probably would have reacted in a certain kind of way because at the end of the day, whether y'all want to go apples for oranges and be like, well, women go through a lot, this blah blah blah. That's every day for a man.
Yeah,
that's every day for a man. So you never know what kind of day he was even having to even want to have a couple drinks and all that kind. You just never know.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, and a lot of people were, commending you on that. It seems like you took it pretty well. You didn't, raise your voice, get upset, anything like that. You just, let her know how you felt, express yourself, and yeah.
Yeah.
And then so Rizoma, how, I guess I want to say during that situation, it seems like you were just like, all right, I'm thinking of everything. I'm gonna fire at this guy. I'm gonna say it all at once. Like, what was going through your mind in that moment?
So I guess I should just kind of give you all my thought process, because I feel like a lot of people are like, oh, you degraded him, everything like that. Which I can totally understand why they saw it that way. For me, it was more so like a correction. So you clearly came onto the show, you were playing a role, right? And this is my thought process. I'm like, okay, I'm not gonna pop my balloon right away. But he came on sneakers, joggers, briefcase, sweater, trucker hat, and then a fake flower. And I was like, okay. Kept analyzing. He was in front of me. I saw that the zipper was in the back of the briefcase. I was like, oh, it's open. There's nothing in there. And I was like, okay. I was like, so if you're gonna play a role, at least play it correctly, right? But it was almost like you half-assed it. And then if you're not playing a role and that's really who you are, then it's like, okay, can't be upset. Bottom line is, I analyzed the entire situation. I saw a bunch of things that I didn't like. And then it was like, please don't get upset about this. But me and my friends made a drinking game of it. And we wanted to see how many times he said, you feel me? We couldn't even take shots. We had to have a regular drink.
As she goes on and on,
Rizoma,
she is making herself sound even more of an a-hole.
You halfway redeemed yourself on your catch-up.
And then you went
and then
right
you just
back.
went right back into the hole.
Because just listening to your explanation of why you talk to him the way you talk to him, there's no justification for how you spoke to him.
If he would have came out in a clown costume with a fake flower, would that still give you the right to come at him the way that you did?
Nope.
No. So why'd you do it? Because this explanation is not good enough.
It's not good enough. You just sound like a trashy person.
Because we couldn't do it. And so when I mentioned the higher vocabulary, I do want to apologize for that, because people kind of saw it as oh, you're being rude. You're saying he's stupid. Or I was like, no, not at all. It's just, personally, I feel like if he was going to go on a date with someone, whether that was nerves or not, I couldn't imagine him being nervous on a date and we're talking, he says it over and over and over. And it's like,
So you saying the whole higher vocabulary was for him saying, you feel me?
Yeah, it wasn't oh, you don't know how to speak or anything, which is why I say I wish I would have explained myself more. I couldn't imagine us being on a date and then him saying it over and over due to nerves, and I'm just looking at him with disgust or looking at him annoyed. And it's that's not
no, nobody's feeling hurt, bro.
Oh, he's nervous. That's cute. Even though he's saying
you just said 4 times. It's the same thing. Nerves.
So it was more like a protective thing. I'm just giving you a correction.
I think Ishmael got it.
You're role play right, and you're just not my type. But you're gorgeous though, and I said that.
Whoa.
Nothing wrong with it.
Whoa.
When you choose to correct someone, and then you yourself fail in your conveyance of your sentence, what does that look like to you?
Well, yeah, I messed up, which is fine. And I'm sure everyone saw it as
The term correct almost bothered me a little bit, because as if what I'm presenting as myself is something wrong.
Right.
As if you could have just said there's something that
that
was nothing wrong with him.
Bar.
I'm glad that button is broken.
Hold on, play that back.
Correct almost.
Well, yeah, I messed up, which is fine. And I'm sure everyone saw it as
The term correct almost bothered me a little bit, because as if what I'm presenting as myself is something wrong.
Right.
As if you could have just said there's something that you don't like, but you even do it today. You take every single shot that you possibly can at everything about me, and it's you didn't highlight every other gentleman as that such. What about me that you see that you just want to take every pick at every problem that you could possibly see?
It wasn't like that.
But because I watched your full episode, so I seen how other guys spoke to you, how you spoke to other guys, and you feel me? I don't think that there was one perfect man that you seen on the show, but you decide to speak on every little thing about this one man. So like, I feel like it's corny because you keep constantly trying to reach out to me after the show. So I honestly feel like
Whoa, he unloading the clip now. Nah, he's unloading the clip. He's teed up.
Look at Jessica.
He's teed up.
Look at Jessica.
Because he does have a point. You didn't go at anybody else on the show like that until him. And after you found out he was from Chicago, that's when you did it.
It kind of goes back to that saying, it be your own people.
Yeah.
It be the people that you was in the, grew up in the same city, state, whatever, race, whatever. We do it to each other.
Look at Arlette's face. Nah,
Yeah.
hold on. I'm ready for it. We about to shut up. We about to mute.
You feel me? Like, I don't think that there was one perfect man that you seen on the show, but you decide to speak on every little thing about this one man. So, like, I feel like it's corny because you keep constantly trying to reach out to me after the show. So I honestly feel like,
No, I did not.
you try to play this kind, it's corny because you attacking me as a person. That's who I am, bro. Like, I came on the show, it's who I am, and you telling me that everything about me you don't like. But then outside of the show, you want to have a conversation or a hug or a smile in my face or, hey, Daryl, or it's a us. It ain't no us thing. The only reason why me and you had a viral clip is because I handle myself well. I very well could have been looked at as a sassy or an evil man if I would have gave you the response that you deserved. But I gave you what I felt like it needed to be presented because a lot of young men get tricked out of their spot dealing with young women like yourself. And
I agree. A lot of men are put in positions that women will test them and push them and poke to see the reaction, and it's a specific reaction some women want out of these men, and when they get it, the women are automatically the victim, and the men are the villains.
They demonized for
and it doesn't make sense.
And I don't want to be the crash out example. I want an example that no matter what, you could still be able to hold yourself in a certain type of light.
No, that's fine. I guess for me, it was more so the moment you walked out, I felt as if, like, because I felt like you were playing a role, which you later on came out and said you did lie about certain things, which means you were playing a role. You already disrespected, hold on, you already disrespected all the women on there because now we can't even make a genuine decision based off of the information you gave us.
What's the role? What's the role that I played?
I don't know. That's what I was trying to figure out.
Wait a minute.
That's why I mentioned
He didn't create. That was really him. The only thing that he lied about was not having his own spot.
Yeah, she got him. She did a good job by throwing this back at him because in the catch up, he did say he was given the answers to win because he wanted to walk away with a match. She is using that, but that's also manipulation because it's out of context.
Yeah.
He wasn't saying everything was that. He was saying he told the girl at the end everything she wanted to hear because he wanted to go away with her.
Yeah.
So I feel like she got a point because you did lie, but you're using his lie out of context.
Yeah.
I'm saying, when I came on the show and I spoke my truth, everything that I told you guys was the truth about me. I was asked a question about space from one young lady. Anything that I said to you all, that I presented, this is me. This is Daryl. I have a briefcase. What is fake or a lie about having a briefcase? I seen a flower at the store on some like slick gentleman stuff, whoever I was going. If I did like win with somebody, I was gonna take the flower off and present it to her. Like, I think about little cute things like that. Like, you feel me?
It's funny.
So what is fake? Like, what's the character that got presented on the show?
On some Erik shit, can I interject? Because I made a comment.
I need to interject.
No.
I would like to interject.
Stay out of this. This is not your fight. Let them talk. Gosh, dang, bro. I'm tired of everybody in red dresses except for Arlette, bro. Because, bro, come on. Let them finish the conversation. You want to just jump in here. Nobody want to hear what you got to say, Otis.
Did nobody come see you, Otis?
And like I remember, like we had a little back and forth.
We
But
did have a back and forth. I'm gonna speak on that as well.
Let me-
You made a comment saying
hold on.
See, she done made the whole conversation about her. Oh my gosh.
How much the button work now?
I don't even want, man.
You made a comment saying that Rizoma was right.
No, so I before, because I want to set it up, because when I first watched that episode, that it really affected me on the behalf of him, because I was like, dang, she really went in on him. You did, on that follow-up, you verbally said that you lied, and that's where I was like, man, like I was really for you. You know what I'm saying?
What was Rizoma right about? That's what.
So
that's what
where I
our
was coming
disagreements
from,
was.
and that's a good question.
Because Rizoma spoke about my presentation.
Yeah.
Like what I was wearing, how it was, just like how all the men spoke about your presentation. And it's odd for me because when I watched your episode, I supported your content. I went to your page, I reacted to it on my TikTok, and I don't know.
There was no tags, there was no follows.
So what? He still did it.
Oh my gosh, bro.
He still did it. Nobody got to shameless plug you.
I can't stand people that only listen because they want to debate. Shut up and listen to what he's saying. Gosh, dang, bro. This episode could have been so good without her being on here, bro.
And it's odd for me because when I watched your episode, I supported your content. I went to your page, I reacted to it on my TikTok, and I don't know.
There was no tags, there was no follows. I did not see that support.
I
didn't hear it.
It seemed as though like you're a content creator, like with what you have going on.
No, I'm a photographer.
You're a photographer, so your Instagram is a business, right? It's monetized situation. So me putting that in front of the 44,000 followers that I have on TikTok and saying like, y'all should support her. They came at this black woman for wearing a hat.
I never saw no support.
Ma'am, it's not for you to.
Please just listen to what he's saying, bro. This is why you're single. Oh my gosh. Let him get through the sentence at least. I don't even want to watch the rest of this, bro, because I'm already annoyed. Like,
me putting that in front of the 44,000 followers that I have on TikTok and saying like, y'all should support her. They came at this black woman for wearing a hat.
I never saw no support.
Ma'am, it's not for you to see. I'm letting you listen. I didn't do it for
I mean, but if you're going to claim
authentic
that,
things.
How is that authentic? If you,
let him finish, Taylor. Hold on one second.
I'm just letting you know what actually happened. I'm on my platform telling people that they should look at your platform because I don't like how the men treated you. And then you went under there and you said Rizoma was right about attacking.
That's not what I said.
You said maybe Rizoma was right. So what is she right about attacking my visible appearance like the men attacked you? So the men was right about you?
So in a way, I kind of see how you manipulate situations.
Oh my Jesus. Oh my Lord. She really flipped this.
That's what they do.
This is crazy, bro.
That's what they do.
This really, bro. Y'all go. I wasn't on his side because of the thing, because I didn't like how he said he lied and faked it with Connie towards the end. Towards the end, keywords, right? But as I listened more and more to him, I understood what he was saying. I labeled him a fraud. He's on fraud watch just because at the end of the day, if you faked any part of it, you still faked it. What y'all are doing is he's calling you out saying, when Rizoma did this to me, you said you had my back and you were supporting me and you felt for me. When the men did what they did to you, I went on my platform and I told my people, hey, what they did to this woman was wrong. Here's some support. Go show her some love. Show her some love. And your first response was, you ain't tagged me. You ain't send no follower. You ain't blah, blah, blah. That doesn't mean he didn't do it. And now you're calling him a manipulator?
I don't even understand that, because if he's reacting to it, he don't have to tag you for crap because it's not your video. It's Arlette's.
He don't owe you nothing.
He don't owe you nothing. He don't owe you no type of support, none of that. So it's just like the entitlement of it all is insane. Because without Arlette's platform, you wouldn't even have been on that video.
This is what men be talking about. and I don't even like to be siding with men because I be trying to stay neutral and everything. This is what dudes be talking about. You don't listen to them, and then y'all spin a story off of what y'all 50% heard.
You said maybe Rizoma was right. So what is she right about attacking my visible appearance like the men attacked you? So the men was right about you?
So in a way, I kind of see how you manipulate situations. And why I say that is because somebody said, how I see that is if you were going to support me, there was no tag on that. And yeah, that like being someone in the same position, and that's how I can recognize it. And this is a healing moment. Like I want to get on the same page.
I have to show you I'm supporting you for you to feel like.
Well, I mean, you said you were supporting me, but to me, I didn't. All I was seeing was that I'm 60. I'm not 20.
Wait a minute.
See, this is stupid. This is stupid. This is a crab in a barrel conversation, bro. Because the host of this show, her husband just said, "Thank you to all the reactors. We watch your content and support you." He ain't tagged me. He ain't tagged T. Pendel. He ain't tagged It's Reese. He ain't tagged none of the reactors. But he said thank you to them. And guess what? We know who he was talking about. If he's saying he's telling his audience to go support you, he doesn't need to tag it. Just know the instruction from his audience was to support you. Why does he have to send you a receipt for instructions he's given to his fan base? They're not your fans. But this is also the same lady that says she created her own religion for herself. So I guess it's just, you're just gone. You're just gone.
You said you were supporting me, but to me, I didn't. All I was seeing was that I'm 60. I'm not 28. I'm Willy Wonka. I'm
But
Cam
listen,
Newton.
if I do it like, hey yo, if I hit you up in your DM, hey yo, come on my TikTok. I just shouted you out.
That would have been a bridge
That's me
point.
wanting to thank you from you. I supported you on my platform
Regardless
because
if you see it or
it didn't matter if you see it or not. I
mean,
want my people to go support a black woman
so-
who say that
so-
she in the hat business
okay.
and she do photography.
Listen!
And I'm trying to be a model. So
But how in a way, and no, I'm gonna stand strong as a woman.
Oh my God, bro. Give me. Get me the freak up out of here. Get me the freak
Well, Kite, would you like to tell the people how you feel? No? No? Okay.
In a soft spot, huh?
It's just, boy.
Okay.
If you see it or not, I want my people to go support a black woman who say that she in the hat business and she do photography, and I'm trying to be a model. So
But how in a way, and no, I'm gonna stand strong as a woman who wants to. I want to connect with you, and I want to build a bridge of understanding right now. Personally, I didn't feel supported, but I could say I do get you, because on the YouTube video I did say something to Rizoma like, dang girl, like, and you didn't see that. And that's where I could take accountability with that. So I didn't know that you supported me. Where I was coming from with Rizoma is I think that in this type of setting, there is something that people who are behind the screen don't have, which is the vibe and the feel. And I feel like maybe Rizoma was coming from a place of like, yeah, she was saying all that, and I'm not saying what she was saying all the way was right, but I'm saying that I'm kind of trying to give you the perspective of why I was saying maybe she was right, and I think it was maybe her discernment, because then as I stood for you and I did say something and then you openly said you were lying, I was like, oh, like, dang, I was supporting someone who was being deceptive, and maybe that's what she was picking up on. And so that's why I was saying maybe Rizoma was right.
Let's not do the maybes, darling. Rizoma
spoke to me about how I spoke and the clothes that I was wearing. You said on social media, Rizoma was right. What was
I said
Rizoma
maybe
right
she
about?
was, maybe she was right to
Because you want to
discern.
be,
So
even though you might have like, because of what you seen watching the TV show, you might have wanted me to be something in your imagination, and
No,
I
I
understand
was-
that. But when I came on and I told my truth, I never lied about my truth. When I was asked a question, I didn't answer the question all the way authentically as I should have. I understand if Rizoma has said something like, you feel me, like, I feel like you up here faking or you up here lying to us, and then you up on social media saying Rizoma is right. Rizoma came at the way that I talk and the way that I had dressed, just like the dudes came at the way that you dressed. So I feel like that's corny for you to say maybe Rizoma was right, ha ha ha. And then when I say my response is, I support your business and I think you're a beautiful black woman. I don't like how you was treated on the show. Why would you hype somebody else being evil when people was evil to you on the show?
That part.
Because majority rules. If the majority is going to bash you, degrade you, belittle you, typically people that do not have a genuine moral compass that is not molded and shifted by somebody else's thoughts or opinions will not ride for you.
You know what she just did? She just did that scenario. There's a kid in the class getting bullied. Every day they get beat up on, they get beat up on, they get beat up on. The new kid joins the school and enters the class. So now all the attention of the bullies went to the new kid. And now the new kid is getting beat up on and beat up on and beat up on. And because this kid who's been bullied the whole time has not been able to successfully fit in, what is that kid going to do?
He's going to start bullying the new kid.
Because he doesn't want what he was getting before.
Yep.
He came at by Rizoma. You felt sympathy for him. Then you came at. And he felt sympathy for you. He had a little back and forth with the catch up and admitted he wasn't truthful about his living situation for one of his spots, because he confirmed he had another spot in his hometown, but he was also with his aunt or grandma helping. So he just said, I told her that information, but my current situation in Arizona is this. I have my own spot in Chicago. So he wasn't even lying per se. He just wasn't being straightforward. You get on social media and say, well, maybe Rizoma was right. That's where the disconnect is at. You code switched. You switched up. You switched up, and now you're on here. You're not even answering his question that he keeps asking you, and you're getting frustrating because you're tap dancing, and you sound, oh man.
You still trying to stay on the Rizoma was right. I ain't see that you supported me like it. I had to block you. I wasn't finna go back and forth with you.
All right, let's hear from somebody else. Jess?
I just want to speak on this very briefly. I think where you two are getting confused is that we're comparing apples to oranges. What he's saying is that this particular situation was separate outside of the situation that y'all are trying to claim that he lied about. So I completely get where you're coming from, Humble Hood.
Thank you.
Or Daryl. So I just want to acknowledge that. This is something also that I do want to acknowledge as a woman, because I can only speak for women because I'm a woman. As it relates to men and how much they value respect, when we talk about correction, we have to talk about intent versus impact.
Thank you.
And with that being said, you have to be careful with what you say and how you say it. So although you may have felt that way, the way your words landed, he wasn't going to be in a space to receive that. So I just want to acknowledge that as women, we have to do better at talking to men with respect, and we have to do better at how we deliver messages, because you have the ability to either build this man up or tear him right back down. And we already know the struggles that Black men go through. So I just want to acknowledge that on your end, Humblehood, because I completely get where you're coming from. And this isn't me taking no side or the other. And respectfully, I do agree that he supported you. I don't feel like he owed you that tag either, because
there's nothing to say. That's it. There's nothing to say.
I agree. It made it that much more authentic because I'm effing with you. and you don't even know it for
Behind
real.
the scenes.
That's what I'm saying. That's the equivalent
I'm
to.
low key calling Mug sassy for talking about her hat and everything. I'm on her side.
That's what I'm saying.
That's
Yeah.
Erica Badu. Like, and then she going that time.
So respectfully, I just wanted to let you know I acknowledge what you're saying, and I get your perspective in this totality, and that we got to do better and be careful how you speak to people.
Yeah, just be good. Try to be as decent as you possibly can. You never know.
Okay. All right. Cool.
Just don't lie on my name.
All right. Let's move on to our next
I'll show
topic.
your DM right now.
Go ahead. I would love for you to do so. I sent you one message and I said congrats, and I hope
That's
you're getting
reaching
all
out
the
to me outside of the show.
Yeah, you said I kept reaching out to you though when I
You
did
can.
it.
You on my Instagram and my TikTok. That's two different platforms.
TikTok, I don't even.
When I
have
came in
TikTok.
today, you ran up on Daryl Hugs.
Well,
Like,
yeah, because there's no bad blood. If you
Is
feel
it-
some
but-
type of
but
way
I'm
towards
saying
me,
the-
then say that so then I don't speak to you.
but ma'am.
It's all right. Let's leave it at that. Let's move on. Okay. So
She just gave this whole thing about how respect works, and then it just got thrown right back out the window right
Yeah,
after.
because she had to have the last say. Don't speak on my name. She had to have
the last word.
That's all it is. Moving on.
But she only had the confidence to say all that because Homegirl in Red deflected that whole argument away from her. And now that the whole fight de-escalated, she's like, oh, by the way, don't speak on me.
Mm-hmm.
This is so...
to get this ball rolling, Trinity, on your segment, seems like you had a little bit of something to say about truck drivers. So let's go ahead and take a look at that clip. Okay, let's start over here. Why did we end up popping Tony's?
That was kind of boring. It wasn't nothing like more.
Wait,
just
what was
like,
boring?
I just drive trucks.
I mean, you asked what I do. That's what I do.
Okay. So did you want to elaborate a little bit on what you meant by that?
He didn't sell himself. I had options, many options that didn't pop their balloon, and he didn't sell himself. He was just a truck driver, and that's it. So it was kind of boring. The response was boring. The occupation for me and my lifestyle, boring. It was never a question of if I knew how much truck drivers make because I don't really care. This is a partnership. I'm a creative. The first thing I said when I came on, I like all things that put me into my creativity. How creative can you be just driving the route?
There are TikTokers who have mass followings and they're just truck drivers. There's a skit maker. He's a big, heavyset Hispanic dude, and he has a whole skit series of him being a trucker and dealing with lot lizards and all the other things.
Lot lizards.
This is how small-minded we are. Truck drivers are creative. We was watching a dude this morning. His whole thing on truck driving is he gets really angry when people give crappy truck driver loads. And so he be roasting them. And then he calls them and talks, so what was the point of you giving people this crappy load? And it's his whole thing.
And even though they're supposed to be like funny, they're still educational because at the end of the day, he's breaking down like, okay, you go from Colorado to California.
And they only pay you $1.40 per mile. What's wrong with you?
Then you're not calculating the amount of gas that you got to put in from like through your own money or through the money that they're going to give you. So that $2,700 they was going to give you to drive from Colorado to California, yeah, you barely going to be pushing two grand on that.
Doesn't seem like you
But does
creative.
what he does change the possibility that he could still be
We're
a
building
creative?
a life together. This is a partnership.
Right.
So if you feel like you're most valuable driving the truck, maybe you might not be the partner to build the life that I'm trying to build.
He doesn't feel that way. He's just answering the question that you asked very straightforwardly.
Yeah.
What do you do? I'm a truck driver.
So I feel like that might not fit my partnership.
What fits your partnership?
A creative. Because I'm a
An
creative.
example of like a job that the person would have that you would find to be suitable for you.
I like things that are artistic and
She can't even answer the question.
not even just artistic.
An example of the job, like an example of a job.
It's not really
what
the job is not the problem. The person was the problem. So a truck driver would not be a problem if he was a truck driver that had the mindset of.
He stumped her. He stumped her.
It's making me wonder. Like, I believe in the whole statement that it's both sides that mess up. But in this episode, we're gonna throw that away, and I'm gonna ask a genuine question: is it the men, or is it the women? In all seriousness. In all seriousness.
An entrepreneur.
But you don't know the mindset. You're just meeting him. This is the first question.
All I know, all
him.
you gave me is you drive trucks. That's all I know.
But that was the answer to the question.
That's all you. Okay, so there were other men up there. Many men gave different answers, but what they do, and they sold themselves a little bit more. You were up there to sell yourself.
Right.
You did not sell yourself as well as the other men. Somebody had to go.
So what would be a suitable answer? Like, what's an example?
No, there's no suitable answer. The truth is the suitable answer.
One.
I'm
Right.
picking through my options, and from the options, just the truck driver and nothing else, not the pig.
So you wanted him to be like, I'm a truck driver and I do this. Is that what, like, you were kind of looking for?
No, I just expected the truth.
Mm-hmm.
And the truth was just not the truth that was compatible with me.
Can I ask you a question? How old are you?
I'm 23.
That makes sense.
I figured.
There we go.
There we go.
It's boring.
Hear me out. Hear me out.
23.
Hear me out. At this big age of 31, not 50, I just want to clear that out. Things change when you get a lot older. I ain't gonna hold you. You got me tighter than the booty hole up here. Because do you know how many good men are truck drivers?
Yeah.
To hear you say that.
There's nothing wrong with a good man being a truck driver. It's just that.
Because do you know how many good men are truck drivers?
Yeah.
To hear you say that.
There's nothing wrong with a good man being a truck driver. It's just that of my options that I had to pick from, the one that I was attracted to the least was the one that just said truck driver and gave no context description or nothing else.
And I feel like she has the right to say that.
But hear me out though, respectfully, I could see why men be frustrated because I'm ready to pull my hair out because you did not give a concise answer. They asked you 15 million times, can you give me an example of a job? And you answered it every butcher way, but the question.
There's no I.
Cook her, Jess. Jess, go crazy. Go crazy. Because her and the Chicken Red they just tap dancing.
And to sit there and say that he's a truck driver, there's no way he can be a creative as a truck driver. There's multiple ways of being a creative. A creative isn't just somebody that draws pictures or freaking paints or does videos. He can be a creative through music. He can be a creative through finance. Yes. He can be a creative through podcasting. He can be a creative through storytelling. There's multiple ways of being a creative, and just because he's in a truck don't mean he can't be a creative.
Yeah.
No, you just boxed him in a category with no hope in sight to anything else in life.
And the fact is, she even pointed out, these men have been asking you this question over and over, and you're doing everything but answering the question.
A concise answer. They asked you 15 million times, can you give me an example of a job? And you answered it every butcher way, but the question.
There's no ideal specific job. It's the person. Your job can change at any moment. And the person that gave the answer, so you couldn't even give me creativity in your answer.
Men, she does not speak for all women. I think with time and age and maturity, because that's how the older people say mature, she'll get it. But at this big age, if you gonna miss out on a good man because he drives a truck, and then respectfully, men are very direct. So if you want a question to be asked, or if you want a specific answer, then you need to frame your question that way.
If you want
that part right there. Somebody go scoop Jess up. Somebody go take her, get her off the market, because
she's a catch. She's just a little bit of a handful.
She a little bit of a handful, but somebody go scoop her up right now. Go get her up off this market. Mm-hmm. Go take her.
Okay.
Sell yourself a little bit better.
No, I understand. I'm not a man, but just from what I've experienced with men, and y'all can correct me if I'm wrong, y'all are very direct. So if you want a certain answer, you need to ask it a certain way. And when you say something as vague as
Jay,
that,
go ahead, cook.
you're not going to reap the response that you're wanting. I will say you are doing yourself a disservice, and you could potentially be missing out on a whole bunch of men, because he could be a creative and the man could have 2 cents to his name. He could be a truck driver and have about $50,000 in the bank. So I would just say I'm gonna give you the benefit of the doubt because you still are young and you have a lot of
So the cash
growing to do.
determines the value of the man?
No, but as it relates to occupation, that's what you're implying. That I want a man who could be an entrepreneur. Entrepreneur implies that he has a certain amount of capital.
Mindset than
Hear me out. Hear me out, though.
I feel
think-
like we've been hearing you out, and on her end, as a 23-year-old, if that doesn't comply with what she wants to engage with, and maybe she might not feel engaged with somebody who's older or who's doing that, then she has the right to just say, hey, that just was a little bit too boring for me.
And you sat here earlier and said that everyone deserves to have their own preference, and I prefer a man that I can partner with.
This chick in red is the devil. This chick in red, black woman, please pay attention. Pay attention to the chick in red. This is why the dating game has gone to hell. This right here. You're telling me that you guys can't get to a conversation between women. You guys can't get into a conversation between a man and a woman, but for some reason, a man and a man can get a conversation out. Look at the maturity. You 23-year-olds are trying to argue with an older woman who understands men better, but y'all are saying all this. You guys are not listening to the gems the lady's giving you. This is the problem in the dating game. This is why I got to sit in discourse with my homies talking about why they can't get married because there's nobody worth marrying no more. And then I sit there and I try to go off on them and be like, bro, it's not that. You guys just don't understand women. But then I watch stuff like this and I'm about to go on my Discord and be like, my fault, gang. Y'all was right.
As a creative, and create the life that we're gonna create and build together.
This is my qualm with this, right? You don't got no plan. Like, you're not giving us nothing concise to go off.
None of you guys are the men in
Hold on. I have not
question.
talked this whole time and you're gonna cut me off. So you can't effectively talk and listen at the same time.
My God, man, this he cooking.
So that means
you can't multitask.
Everybody says that who don't listen.
Go ahead, Jay. We hearing you.
Everybody say that who listen. Bars. Everybody say that who listens to reply and not understand.
Facts.
I might be a J fan, bro. I might be a J fan. I might be a fan. I might be a fan now. Sometimes, yesterday's enemy is today's friend. I might be a J fan.
He says that who don't listen.
Go ahead, Jay. We hearing you.
Everybody say that who listen. Bars. Everybody say that who listens to reply and not understand.
Facts.
Right? So, you don't have a plan. Like, if I'm trying to court you, if I'm trying to date you, what does a creative look like? Because I have a lot of creative minds. I do Uber and Lyft. I have so many conversations with so many people. I could put a video up here. We could have a podcast, a vlog. So yeah, we could do a creative thing like that. You could roll with me. You know what I'm saying? And then we could do that.
Want to add.
So I just need some kind of, as men, we need a platform. Now, if you're not feeling them, say that.
That was it. I wasn't feeling it.
But you never said that. So if you had came out and said, you know what, you were kind of bland when you said that.
You were boring. I said that.
Exactly. So it's not the truck driving. It's just, you know what, I would have it.
If you watched the whole episode and not just the edited clip, you would see that I said with no context.
I'm going off what you just said right now.
I said with no context and nothing else is
I'm
boring.
going off what you just said right now. I'm going off what you said. You said, I want somebody who I could create with.
Yeah.
Yeah, but you didn't give no context for that.
I'm not gonna specifically speak on like the create part. I do want to say, if she is starting from the beginning of the line and she asks, "What do you do?" and every man states some of their hobbies as well as their profession. And then she get to one guy and he said, I just drive trucks. I don't think it's that wrong for her to say that's boring. Because it's not like she didn't have other examples to go off of. So I see what everybody's saying. Like, and I actually know the young lady, so I get what she means by.
That means you're speaking with some bias, brother. You're not speaking from an unbiased standpoint.
Yeah.
You shot yourself in the foot. Letting people know that you know the person personally means that you're gonna have some bias.
Yeah.
You just shot yourself in the foot. You're being biased.
Creativity, like she wants her mind to be expanded. You feel me?
But why can't she say that?
Thinking being done when you're driving. I mean, well, not
you
much
on a route.
creativity. You can think,
I won't
but
say
not
that
much.
because you on a route. Truck driving is a very serious and it's a creative job. But I'm just saying, and like on your behalf, because truck driving is creative. I'm just saying, if everybody else say they do this, and that, and then one just say, I just drive trucks, I don't think it's that bad to be like, oh, that's all? That's
I
boring.
wanted to add about what she was trying to talk to you about. It wasn't trying to like come for you. It's just because she's older, she's just trying to drop a jewel in the sense that they say. It's not an attack, it's just saying maybe if you, because I get what you're saying, right? It's boring, right? But we're on the show and different that it could be more to him. So your response is very important. The words
With that response, I didn't even want to figure out what more was to you.
Yeah, I'm not speaking on that. Everybody will come for you on the internet no matter what you say. But you individually, your response, that's what she was getting at. It may block it for a real good man there just because you think that he's boring, you know? He could have been a whole creative
A man that knows he's more than a truck driver will understand.
Man, who is raising us?
The internet.
Cause
the internet. She's 23, so 9 times out of 10, like she was brought up with the internet like everybody else. So a lot of these young adults have this mindset and this way of thinking, and once they hit that fresh 18, 19, they're grown. In American standards, they're grown. You can't tell them nothing. You can't advise nothing. They are in the position where you're learning how to walk, but you gotta fall a couple times before you actually get that full stride. So she's gonna miss out on a lot of men before she actually finds a good man or a man worth her time, as what she is referencing. But yeah, because she talking like she's seasoned, like she been in the dating game for decades, so you can't tell her nothing.
Every one of these gentlemen sold themselves. I watched every episode. All of us sold ourselves. All he said was truck driving, bro. I know about you a little bit from the show. I know about you a little bit from the show. I know about you. And I spoke on
I'm not speaking on that. I'm speaking on what she was saying, referencing to her. Yes. As far as finding somebody that could be that, because you can't judge a book by its cover. You know what I'm saying? It's just that simple.
Last thing on my end, I just want to say, like, not everybody's on the same track. And I think that's where I'm coming in to defend, because I'm just like, you know, she's 23. Your strategy, you might be thinking about marriage. She might just be, you know, wanting to continue. And I didn't watch her whole. I didn't watch her whole
I'm getting married.
episode.
I'm talking about building a life. I don't think.
See, even when you try to defend her, she just made your whole argument look stupid. Stop chiming in, because you're defending somebody who's she's not even aiming where she shoots no more. She's just spraying, and you're trying to jump in front and justify her spraying. And now you're getting shot. Now you look stupid.
And sometimes when you put yourself in situations where if it's not what I want, then I don't want it type of thing, you'll never get married. It's not about what you want in a marriage all the time. It's about what you need in a marriage. Exactly. Most of the time.
Say it again.
I don't want somebody that that talks on the phone all day, but I need somebody that can be able to communicate with me. So whatever. That was a dumb example, but it's not about what you want all the time. Sometimes you got to give up your wants for your needs.
It's about finding somebody who meets the needs you meet and can also accept the things that you can bring to fix their needs.
Yeah, and it's completely one-sided.
Y'all,
everything is not about just you.
Yeah, y'all picking up relationships like it's build a man or build a girl.
And nobody told y'all to do that, because then you get women or men talking about, I built him up, I built her up. Nobody told you to do that. That is not your right nor your place to go in there and change and morph and upgrade a person or an individual in that way. The only people that can do that are people that are married, because that's what a marriage is built for. Y'all supposed to bring each other up. But don't come into no relationship as a single-minded person trying to build them up into the way that you want them to be, so then you can deem them as acceptable. And then the moment that they don't do what you want them to do, they're no longer worth your time. They're disposable. You throw them away. It's just like you go get a water bottle from the store. One water bottle got that little dent look, and the other one is perfectly polished. But it's the same.
It's the same
water. It's the same water.
It's the same
Why
water.
are you throwing out the other one? It don't look like how I want it to look, so I'm not gonna take it.
Even though it's the same water.
It's the same water.
Okay. All it was, well, basically what I'm saying, it was love. It wasn't no attack. It was she was looking out, you know, like.
You can be entitled to your own standards, but preferences, example.
Change.
Standard would be, I don't allow men who cheat. Preference, I need a man who's 6 feet. Y'all do the math. I don't got nothing else to say about that. And I'm interested to see what the folks gonna say when they see this. It's not the same.
All my life, my opinion has held a lot of weight. So
all your life, you're 23.
Who are you?
You're 23. How much weight can your opinion hold at 23?
Who are you? Who are you?
All my life. I wish that was a Christian song, bro.
Listen, I'm gonna break it down very, very smoothly. If you poofed, just gone, and I poofed, gone, this world would have no change. There would be no difference. You are overvaluing your worth. Mm-hmm. If you disappeared right now, a couple people would be sad for a week. But then guess what? Life is gonna go on. They don't got you in history books. They don't got you etched on nobody's walls. You're not in nobody's tree. Who are you? You talking like you Jesus now. My words got weight. On what?
She said her opinion. Her opinions hold weight.
Folks gonna say when they see this. It's not the same.
All my life, my opinion has held a lot of weight. So all it is my opinion, and everybody's letting it hold as much weight as it obviously does. And
this is just nasty.
I'm not gonna be with that man. He was boring. I said what I said. You ain't driving the truck around here. So park the whip or flip it somewhere else. Cause it's rude. Boring. I'm over it. The conversation is still boring. Rude. The men are still gonna come that are not boring and are creative.
Park the whip or flip it somewhere else.
Create some beautiful things, and they're gonna come creative with me.
No. And any man that listens to this and still goes, "Oh, she wifey material," I hope every day your cereal is stale. I hope every time you pour a glass of milk, a spider. I hope every time you invest in stock, it crash. Because if you listen to this death trap, and you still blindly run into it, you deserve everything you get.
Period. Okay. Our next topic that we're going to go over is actually one of our couples that ended up matching on the show, and their catch-up was one of the most talked about catch-ups. Let's go ahead and see why. Let's take a look.
I believe it. We had kind of like went over like what the ideal first date would be in the episode. Yeah, on episode 4.
If you were to go ahead and take her out on a date, where would you take her? What would be your first date?
To be honest, it's like a rooftop. I'm big on like sunset type of views, but it's a nice restaurant.
Oh, she addressing
I think
this.
It's called like Pamela or something like that. They got like nice fire pits, and the food there is really nice. So, type of vibe.
Did you guys go to a rooftop?
We did not go to a rooftop. No.
Okay. So what was the first day? Where'd you guys end up going?
So we went to a movie. He turns up the music on a Bluetooth speaker that's sitting in the middle console of where we are. Like,
yeah, you know what I'm saying?
a Bluetooth speaker, a big box Bluetooth speaker.
He was dirty riding.
You gotta do what you gotta do.
The real big
Dirty
one.
riding.
Like, don't try to do me. Like, it was AMC theater. We had chicken strips that was warmed up in a microwave. Like, and I'm not trying to be funny. I have no issues with eating chicken strips. That's not the point. My point is,
my fault you chose chicken strips. Nasty ass shit. I told you. The fact that she's saying that it was uncomfortable or wasn't what she expected, that was the time for her to make her exit, right? But what she chose to do, sit and watch that movie. Sit and eat the chicken tenders. Okay then. Let's be real, right? That's what you said, let's be real, right? Hey now.
Let's be real, right?
Talk about it.
So Ishmael, first question. You got that stereo fixed yet?
Nah, listen, I ain't got it fixed. That ain't bothering me. I am who I am. You fuck with her or you don't.
Okay. And then I think a question that was coming up a lot was like a rooftop. Isn't that just a restaurant? Like, what did scheduling have to do with going to a rooftop?
So that was the biggest thing for me. Like, I ain't gonna lie, because I thought, like, in the question that you asked, how you phrased it, I thought that you said, like, where I typically like to take other females. I see now that you said where I like to take her. And it's still typically, because I didn't say I was gonna take her there. But rooftop became the issue because of, one, transportation and time. Like, I tried to go to, I don't forget the name of the rooftop, but also I mentioned Pamela. That's not even a rooftop, it's just a nicer restaurant. I tried both of those before we came to an agreement on AMC. Like, she didn't have a problem with it. When we were one-on-one, the stuff she was telling me was totally different than the stuff in the interview, you know what I'm saying? So I know a bunch of people that go to AMC, you know what I'm saying? I didn't choose them chicken strips, she did. I chose something better, so that's all
So was
right.
it like the time slots, they didn't have reservation spots? Or I guess I'm trying to understand what was preventing you guys from going to a restaurant.
It's basically her availability. Like, she lives across town, a good 30-minute commute, but it was more than 30 minutes. I'll just put it at 30 minutes, but I'm picking her up. I don't mind, but I'm not gonna just work around her time. I'm a man, I have a bunch of stuff that I'm involved in that I'm doing, and I'm gonna communicate it. So if I feel like you're not trying to meet me halfway, we're just gonna make it work. It's gonna be what it is. Like, I'm not gonna stress about it. And that's, I'm gonna be real during the interaction, one-on-one.
Okay. So the movies was like near her, I'm guessing? You said she's a little bit further away, so it was just...
Yeah, it was definitely on her side, because we ain't finna come to her side and then go back to a different side, okay? Okay, but yeah, it was just more convenient, an overall view for as far as time and just different stuff that she's doing. She's in photography, she does different stuff as far as with school, dropping, like with kids, so we try to make it work, so.
Yeah. And I don't know if all the matches that came after you got like a rolling joke going on, but it seems like everybody's going to rooftop now after they match.
Hey, because what's up with that, man? Like,
Y'all didn't invite Ishmael.
Thank you.
Y'all never invite him.
Ishmael, I want to say we've been calling it out for months. We've been calling every single match out for what they did to you, and we stand with you on that one.
No rooftop dinners.
Like
Didn't
even go.
Coming to the merch.
Yeah, still, we talked about it. It can still be a tone set, you know what I'm saying? And it wasn't my fault we ain't go, so what's your point?
Okay. And so to open up to everyone else, like, how do you guys think, from what you saw from the catch-up, do you think she was wrong for coming out and saying those things about the date?
No, and respectfully, if you're going to take a woman on a first date, a movies would not be the first thing to do. You want to do something interactive. Y'all can have some dialogue. I got to side with my good sis on this one, because ain't no way. A movie date is something you do when you're established or you've been on a couple dates. And chicken tenders, sir, if you wanted to, he would, to an extent.
Typically, people
if
do
you really
dinner
want to
in a
take her to
movie.
that rooftop, you could have.
Did you order for her? Thank you. Like,
She
and
ordered
talking about
something
you're out there
herself.
for her, but she ain't share how we had to freaking make a whole plan.
He said
to
he
just
didn't
go
want
out.
to, so he didn't.
I mean, if
He said she wasn't
Listen, if
rooftop.
she ain't at the party, and that's it. If she ain't rooftop, that's if she ain't rooftop. It's just that.
I'll
Simple.
just say I appreciate your effort.
Okay.
How you gonna say men pursue, then say, well, she can't meet me halfway? Like
she didn't.
Because it's preference at the end of the day. That's what we've been talking about the whole episode. That's your preference. When you responded just now, that was your preference. That was her preference. She should have stated that as soon as she opened the door and seen my Bluetooth speaker.
Oh my God. I'm not picking no side in this one. This one's up in the air because I don't know what to say. Because they both saying valid points, but then it's like, well, who?
I think it's real shallow. Like it shouldn't matter what he rolling up in. It shouldn't matter what he dressing like. If you feeling him and you like him and you want to get to know him, you're gonna take the time to do it. It doesn't matter if he takes you to the park. It don't matter if you take you to the AMC. It don't matter if you take you to a rooftop. If it's somebody you want to get to know, you're gonna take the time to do it.
Okay.
Our first date, we went bowling. Whatever, cool, bam. You didn't roll up when we went on a second date and we went to go eat sushi. You didn't roll up in no Mercedes Benz. You didn't roll up in no G-Wagon. You didn't roll up in nothing extravagant. And I take the bus every day to go to school and work. I ain't got no business talking about nobody. I'm gonna hop in this whip. You got AC? Yeah. Okay then. What are we talking about?
It's that simple because
she gave you a chance.
Gave me a chance.
Yes,
then one-on-one, if we're talking a certain way, then we get in an interview and you're trying to embarrass me. Like, what is that? No, she was trying to. It didn't work.
During that?
Just that's the only thing that she tried to talk about my speaker, right? She tried to embarrass me. I mean, it's other shit she said too that I'm not even gonna comment on. She came for me in a lot of different things, right? But the Bluetooth speaker was the one thing. Like, yeah, I had that shit in my car. I'm being real. I pulled up with it,
In your interview, you said everything and kept it so real, and you gave reasons why you had the Bluetooth speaker. You gave the backstory for everything. You still went to her side. You still did everything that you could.
Paid for the date, everything. She didn't pay for nothing, y'all, at all.
And dudes is trying to go 50-50 now. You didn't even say that. So, I mean, I appreciate your effort.
So, anyone have any final words, any final thoughts?
I say congratulations to you and your husband on the growth of this show. That's amazing.
Yes. Huge congratulations. And thank you to the team, the producers. I'm new here. I don't know about everybody else, but everything's been extremely interesting.
And I want all the ladies to smell my perfume before we leave.
But you made it?
Shameless plug.
Hey. Yeah, I made it. I got it right here.
Shameless plugging.
I'm so excited. It's a cute little package.
That's really pretty.
There you go.
Let's see if this.
I like natural.
Oh!
For it to go on the shelves.
Anyone else? Any final words, final thoughts?
I'll say something.
Yeah.
One of the qualms that I have, I like that you like to use that word qualms. A lot of the women who have matched, there's a kind of a continuity of the similar story.
Yes.
None of them are receptive to the effort that any of the men are putting into trying to go on dates.
Yup. He's talking his talk. Let's run it back. He talking his talk.
Kind of a continuity
Aside from
of
Philip,
the similar story.
Messed it up for everybody.
None of them are receptive to the effort that any of the men are putting into trying to go on dates, trying to have conversations. They're not willing to listen. They're not willing. So it does come off. It seems like there's ulterior motives to being on here, and I wanted this show to end well, but in that kind of situation where we're now having to promote a perfume, it feels like a disservice to the show, and
he's a thug.
Eric,
he's a thug because that goes back to what I'm saying. Some of y'all are not coming on here to be genuine with the show. You came on here to promote your perfume line.
Look at Rizoma.
Yeah, she pissed. Yeah. You came on here to promote your perfume line. This is supposed to be Arlette's show.
Do you see Humble Hood open up his briefcase with insurance policies?
Yeah.
That's rude, bro.
He called her out. I'm all here for it, bro.
In that kind of situation where we're now having to promote a perfume, it feels like a disservice to the show, and it feels always like a disservice whenever people come in with ill intentions or you're not sure what the intentions are altogether. Because if we say we're going to do something, if we come on the show, we have good intentions, then we need to see it through. One date is anyone can go on a date. If I'm willing to fly somewhere, there should at least be there should be honor in that decision.
Yes.
So I think that maybe that's a lesson for the people who want to join the show moving on to the next season. There are people here who have true intentions. There are people here who are searching for something. And I think that we have to stay true to that altogether.
Aside from the women, I'm gonna put Philip and Bo in that category with the women too, because they didn't put no effort. They didn't put any effort into that.
Philip and Bo definitely put in there. The Kentucky couple is cooked.
Oh, Marcus.
Yeah,
Marcus.
Kentucky couple is cooked. But for the most part, in every instance,
their scenario was funny.
It just so happens that the women have been putting phenomenally less effort.
Yeah.
Except for Brittany. Brittany got hold.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
Yeah, Philip, Bo, the Kentucky couple, cooked.
I mean, shouting out Instagrams, tagging this person, not tagging that person, those aren't conversations that we need to have when we're talking about finding love. We need to be concise and we need to be certain of what we're looking for, and we need to play the game properly.
Yes.
And so with that, there shouldn't be any need to tear people down. There shouldn't be any need to this going back and forth. It serves no purpose. But I understand the conversation.
He's so mature.
Disagreements and still be civil. All of us here,
I agree.
We've said hello to.
You agree? You agree?
Because it ain't no more she can say after that.
You agree?
It ain't no more. Ain't no more.
You caused like 90% of this.
Don't strain yourself now.
To each other. We're all civil.
Right.
Right? These are just opinions.
Yeah. Exactly.
No one should be right. No one should be wrong. Everyone should be entitled to their opinion.
Right.
So I just wanted to make sure that was said out loud. And I hope you guys all
I got something I
agree.
want to add. Cameron, if you could zoom in, please. Gracias. Although I ain't no auntie, but if you got an uncle, a father, so even grandpa, Jessica, come see about me. And on the for real too, to all my ladies who consider themselves to be curvier or heavier or plus size, mid size, whatever, please don't let what people say about you on the internet or so forth, or the things you see, discourage you from dating. Y'all, they love us anyway. Exactly. On the camera and off, but they try to act like they don't. But that's all I wanted to say. But yeah.
I definitely got something to add to that. I saw comments and stuff on there, like it's like a little war going on between the men and the women.
Yes.
I know that BM and Arlette are definitely not on here to do that. Just because they're getting the tea on the dates and different stuff that happens, it doesn't mean there has to be a war. Like he was saying, it has to be thrown shade. It's basically just to see like it's really two different types of people in the world. You got people that really are for the material and like to be seen and like, you know, everyone likes what they like, and you got people that are really just real and genuine, don't really care about all the extra stuff. So, you know, just distinguish between what you want and, like he said, know what you want, you know, when first coming in, because that's crucial.
I would not like to leave y'all truck drivers with a bad taste in y'all mouth about
me.
First things first, I respect any man who's working, period. Regardless of how you're working. You might not be compatible for every woman, but it's respected.
I'm not gonna keep listening to her because she keeps saying period at the end of every sentence when there's already a period.
I'm skipping what you're saying because you're full of crap.
Okay, right there.
I want to thank everyone for coming on.
You're full of crap.
It was nice to hear everyone's opinions, hear your thoughts, see how, these segments and catch-up videos and all this stuff resonated with everyone. It is nice to hear from those different opinions. Season 1 was fantastic. We had a lot of amazing moments. People got to find matches. Some people went on dates. Some people didn't. But season 2, if you come on this show, you do have to go on that date. And we will do those follow-ups and catch-ups.
Yes.
So thank you everyone for tuning in. And we will.
Hey, shout out to Arlette. Shout out to season 1. Shout out to the cast.
Shout out to BM Productions.
Shout out to BM. Hey, we had fun with this season. It was great to watch.
I didn't even know we was doing seasons.
Yeah. I want to apologize for the length of this video because it's going to be long, but this is a discussion type of video. So I'm going to put a disclaimer at the start. If you don't want to hear no discussion and you just want to watch the show by yourself, watch the original without the commentary because we talked a lot.
And we always link the original video in the description.
You're
so it's a reaction channel. We're giving our reaction. If you don't want to hear our reaction, go to the OG video.
Also, anything we say on this show is just for entertainment purposes. Do not take offense to what we say. You can comment on it. If you don't like the feedback we give, that's fine. But just know when this camera turns off, we do not think about y'all. So don't take it that deep.
Not like that.
All right, y'all.